Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to this brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. Your boy John, and it's three of us today. It's not just the two-man crew. It's three of us. So obviously my guy, co-host Dev in the back, and special host, special guest host, my guy
What
Drew
up?
from OSA and C2, Mr. Good, Bad, and a binge-worthy himself. Word. Coming soon.
I miss y'all niggas.
But let's get right into it.
You see, you always have to make something.
Yeah, things are getting a little testy, man. Jim Jones doing what most rappers do.
Yeah.
Confidence on the mill.
I mean, he got confidence in him. I love the confidence, even though it's going. I love the confidence, yo.
He got that Dylan Brooks confidence.
Say you better than Nas. Come on, say rappers supposed to say I'm better than everybody on this mic. That's what rappers supposed to say.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact. That's what I said. He got that Dylan Brooks confidence.
Don't say, yo, you're a rapper. You say nobody's supposed to F with me on this mic. Not even top 5 New York.
It's what Jim Jones is doing right now is equivalent to what Dylan Brooks does to Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and LeBron James. He's Lance Stevenson blowing in LeBron's ear right now. This is what Jim Jones is doing right now. Because it's like, niggas, we know this level, and we know and rap, just like sports, is competition, and nobody's better than you as a rapper. You're supposed to be like, I am number one. But we all know for sure. We know definitely.
We know Nas is the better rapper.
Yeah, we know who's the guy. And
of course, we know who's the guy, but
Jimmy been keeping himself
the confidence.
He been keeping himself relevant. First, he was talking about he got more Billboard entries than Nas.
That's why he switched up.
A quick Google check changed that. Like, let's just quick Google check. Completely took that out. And then he talking about he fucked with Nas when he was a shorty. Mind you, this nigga is only like 3-4 years younger than Nas. Like this nigga's old. Jimmy is the oldest. Jimmy is the oldest YN I know.
Well, let's think it. Nas has been rapping for
right. So Nas been
longer than Jimmy has. Like
Nas been rapping since he was a kid.
So Jimmy can,
right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, Jimmy can be listening to him when he was a shorty. Like you 4 years older than me, but I was listening to you rapping. I'm not.
Nas is 51 and Jim Jones
he's 47, 48. 3 years.
He's turning 49 in July.
And that's why I listened to you when you was rapping was in high school. You was in high school rapping. I was just in high school.
It's a 3 year difference.
No, but I'm saying, but when you say stuff, when you make comments like, yo, he was rapping, I fuck with Nas when I was a shorty because I was a shorty. No, he was rapping when I was a shorty. It's like the context behind that is like he's so much older than me, but he's really not.
I get the point.
When somebody says it like that, yo, I've been fucking with him since I was a shorty. It's like he was here and I was a youth. I was an adolescent.
No, I mean, we all know that there's like no 10 years difference between Nas and Jim Jones. We all know they're around the same age.
Right. And so he was talking about like, he got to talking about how Nas, style and stuff influenced him when he was a shorty. But after Belly, he wasn't fucking with Nas no more. After Belly, he was no longer, when Nas became sincere in Belly, then he completely stopped fucking with Nas at that point.
Well, actually, a lot of people kind of stopped because when did Belly come out? That was kind of like when those Nas albums that people really didn't fuck with. The one where he had the hoodie on, the Nostradamus, and I Am. People really didn't fuck with those albums like that. Like
no,
he,
but see,
like
but he didn't say nothing about the music. He talked about the person. He didn't like the character that Nas was in Belly, and he like that shit was corny. Like, so I really stopped fucking with Nas after Belly. Like, the movie was cool, but the character was trash. And so at that point, now you got Cameron, you got Mace, you got Harlem World, and he was running behind these guys at that time. So now he's creating his own lane, and he still wasn't really rapping until we were kids, until we was teenagers. Like, when we were like coming up and shit, and me a little bit older than y'all, but when we was coming up, that's when Cam had his resurgence. Jewels come, Dipset take over and shit like that. But to Jimmy just, I'm not trying to take nothing from Jimmy because Dipset, I know how Dipset influenced me. I know Dipset definitely had more of an influence on me than Nas. I can openly say that.
Then Jimmy had,
but let me finish the statement.
Jimmy didn't take off till Vamp Life. Jimmy really didn't take off till Vamp Life.
And let me finish. Dipset the movement influenced me, but that was Cam and Jewels, who really I was like, that's them niggas.
But you're Dipset the movement. You gotta put Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy a part of it, but Jimmy wasn't. Jimmy was the muscle. Jimmy was the muscle. He wasn't forward facing. He wasn't the voice. He wasn't. What was really got the kids running to Dipset. Like Drew said, Ballin', Vamp Life. That's when Jimmy became his own, and that's when niggas start fucking with Jimmy as the artist, as the fly nigga. Even before that, a little bit when he was doing this shit with the Capo shit, the album he had, Hustler's Poem. When he had that, that's when he started to separate himself and be his own artist.
Yeah.
But for Jimmy to be like, I'm more influential in this music shit and this rap shit than Nas, because you still cool with the YNs today.
Now, but a part of it plays a role is the Dipset movement, and he's a pivotal part of the Dipset movement. Even though you said it was Cam and Jewels for you,
right?
When you say Dipset, he's still a pivotal piece to Dipset and the whole movement. So that he's still a part of that. So
then Freaky Zeke need to come out and say he more influential than Nas. Then fucking and then Hell Rail need to come out. J.R. Ryder. I fucked with J.R. more than I fucked with Jimmy at that time. J.R. was really that nigga to me.
He was.
J.R. was the writer of writers, like before Jimmy. Like, let's not forget, if we just gonna say because you was a part of the crew, J.R. more niggas fuck with J.R. during that time than Jimmy.
Let me see you. That may be your opinion. I don't know about that.
Because I'm saying that because you could be a cool character part of the group, but when it comes to hip hop, you have to be making music. And at that time when they were cooking, Jimmy wasn't a real artist yet. But Dipset did have a lot of other pieces that was starting to blossom prior to Jimmy really stepping forward and say, I'm gonna do this rap shit. And that's why I say, like, it was Cam, it was Jewels, but JR came and was cooking like in the streets with the mixtapes, with the writers and shit, the writers, the writer block mixtapes and shit. Like, JR really was like the next one. Then you got the Hell Rails. You got fucking a bunch of them niggas. It was a bunch of these niggas. Like,
it was a bunch of them.
But still, by the time Dipset Immunity came, there was a lot more rappers in the Dipset team, in the Dipset stable, that was doing more in the streets when it comes to mixtapes and all that, and being heard as an artist than Jimmy. Jimmy was still like the muscle. He was still like the nigga in the crew that don't fuck with. He the gangster of the crew, but he still wasn't truly the artist.
I mean, he had line. I mean, he had verses, but it wasn't your favorite.
Yeah, but
let's say it wasn't your favorite verse on the song.
That point is he wasn't fully.
He had verses on the song,
music of it.
Right, exactly.
One foot in the music and one foot doing like the street stuff, being the force of the muscle for the like. When shit go down, he's the one doing all the. So he had one foot there, one foot there. Now that after all this time, he's like all in on the music shit,
Yeah, because nigga, we weren't quoting no Jimmy verses at that time.
I mean, he wasn't a full fledged. He didn't make the best music out of the crew.
Right, exactly. Those little verses he would drop. It was like it's Jimmy.
But
Jimmy.
The one thing I'll say, Jimmy definitely got better over the years, though. He definitely,
he became
and that's why I said once Hustler's poem came. Then Jimmy started to stop, and Jimmy, I hate having these conversations because it make me feel like I'm dissing somebody that I actually fuck with.
Nah, nigga, Jimmy, you see this shit, he hating.
Right, it's cool, of course, Jimmy, and I assure you, I'm not hating on you because you guys weren't influential to me growing up, and I grew up in Chicago. I know how big these niggas was in my city, but it's just like Nas is a GOAT, bro. Like a literal GOAT in his rap shit. And so certain conversations we can't entertain. Like, I respect you, but again, like I said, it's the Dylan Brooks thing. It's like I respect that you in this game and you've done a lot, but nigga, you talking about LeBron James.
I think it goes like this, right? As like you're supposed to have this attitude, but niggas who really know, you know where it is. Like we don't really have to say it to you. Like we know where it is. We know Nas is better, but more power to you. Have that confidence, bro.
What y'all feel about the whole exchange between Jim Jones and my man Shannon Sharp on the?
I think Shannon kind of did too much, bro. Like you. Shannon, you know where it is, but you just let to argue with. You was just loving to argue with him.
Cause Shannon was like, nigga, you don't believe all this shit you saying. Shut that bullshit up. That's what Shannon was all like. Nigga,
we're like Shannon.
The funny shit, Shannon said no one in Dipset.
Shannon kind of did too much.
Right.
Nobody in Dipset believe you better.
Now, when Shannon's saying that, I don't think Shannon really understands like how Dipset is not Dipset anymore. So like for him to say that's kind of a dig, but he wasn't. I don't think he was saying that like them niggas don't even believe you.
Yeah, no, but I think I see what you're saying, but I still think it still comes off as a dig because
it do.
Your own people.
Right, exactly. it comes off as a dig, but Shannon's also like, nigga, why are you saying all this shit? It's like blasphemous, almost like. You're not the best nigga in your crew. And it becomes that like you're not even the best in your crew. So how only nigga that can even be in a conversation with the likes of Nas is Cam. Because Cam, and I'm not saying Cam is as good as Nas, but Cam is a legendary artist. Cam himself is a legendary artist, and what he's contributed to hip hop. Nobody can take it away from Cam. Like the movements he's been a part of, and
when you say rapper wise, it was more like Jewel because Jewel was the better rapper in the crew.
Jewel's about to get his dope thing ass out of here, man.
I know he went on a hiatus, but when they were cooking, Jewel was the better rapper. Jewel was the better rapper than Cam.
So acting like the Dipset, the conversation will be better rapper than Cam. We just start rapping. The conversation will be
Jewel was
JR writer.
Yes, right. Because Jewels and JR, I don't think they were the better rappers. I would say they was considered the hotter rappers. But Cam is still.
They were the better rappers than Cam.
It's like because it's almost like it's like the Lloyd Banks 50 situation. Like a lot of motherfuckers at that time would say Lloyd Banks is the best rapper in G Unit. When they were cooking, Lloyd Banks is the best rapper in that crew. But
one thing, Jewel know how to make a song. Lloyd Banks did not know how to make a song.
The rap ability. Niggas will say Lloyd Banks. A nigga will say, Lloyd, look, there's a whole conversation about Lloyd during that time. Lloyd was better than a lot of niggas. But Lloyd wasn't consistent.
The PFA.
At that time, when G Unit was fire, 50 is the face. 50 gonna sell a record.
But when you're the face of something is a different level when you're the face. You know?
Right, exactly. So it's like,
I get the face.
So the expectations is different. Whereas you the face, you got to do more than be a dope rapper. Jewels and JR, they can go out there and do and just be dope MCs and rappers. Where Cam, you are the face, you are pushing the brand. And so, although they consider high, I still don't put those guys above the guys that's the face of the brand. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't put Lloyd Banks over 50. Although I feel like Lloyd Banks at the time was really fucking crazy. But I would never put Lloyd Banks over 50. In the same way I wouldn't do that with JR or Jewels. And JR remind me a lot of Cam, just a better version of Cam. He did a lot of that. I'm on the top of the like that whole flow. I listen to it now, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I was fucking with that shit so hard. I used to love that shit right now. I'm like, oh, I was tripping. But I just said, Jimmy.
Back in the day, listen, Jewels was cooking back in the day. You listen to records.
Oh shit, Jewels was cooking when he started fucking with Wayne. I Can't Feel My Face, the album we never got. Like, during that time, it was a lot of shit. The Jewels was supposed to be the next king of rap, but he loved drugs too much. And so that just unfortunately happened.
Yeah, unfortunately happened.
But we saying all this to say, you know what name we not mentioning? Jim Jones. We having a whole tangent.
He wasn't really the rapper back then.
Oh, shut up.
That's Jim Jones' whole point. It's like, we ain't talking about then. We're talking about right now. Jim Jones.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't put right now. He's a rapper.
You know
like right
Jones,
now,
rapping ability is at its best right now.
Yeah, and Nas just had 3 platinum albums. The last 3, a Grammy. Like, the Magic Set will trump anything Jimmy put out. Jimmy is better at rapping against himself. We compare Jimmy to Jimmy. It's like, this nigga was ass. Look how he progressed. We don't compare Jimmy to nobody but Jimmy. Because, nigga, at one point, we was not really, it was just like you was a part of the crew.
We
weren't jacking shit. But now it's like, wow, Jimmy, you have come a long way.
Let's say probably last 5 Jim albums are really, really good albums. The last 5.
I see if Jimmy was saying the
last 5 albums
I've had the best progression in hip hop in the last 10, 15 years. I would respect an opinion like that. If he say, yo, when it comes to progression, no rapper has progressed better than me, because what I once was, y'all niggas wasn't even fuck with. Now, I could talk my shit when I say I'm one of the, I'm one of those ones now. I could really rap now and shit. I really can put words to paper and shit. I could respect Jimmy having an opinion like that, but it's like, Jimmy,
crazy. That's somewhat his opinion, but it's overshadowed because he's saying he's better than everybody else.
Yeah, because you a nut ass nigga.
But know what I'm saying? But that's really what he's saying. Like what you just said is what he's saying, but he's measuring it by saying, "Oh, nobody in New York can fuck with me. Put my catalog versus their catalog." And then you know what I'm trying to say? So he's saying what you're saying. It's just overshadowed because he's saying, nah, he's better than Nas, or Nas can't fuck with him, or whoever you would consider a top in New York, they can't fuck with him.
Yeah, Jimmy is only fucking critique by himself. I don't compare Jimmy to nobody else but Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, he's playing the game smart. He knows what he's doing.
And then the nigga, he talk about Shannon. He lifting the weights in the garage. Y'all see how little that nigga legs is? Go back and look at that video. He's doing the squats with the The 45s, I thought that nigga leg was gonna break. That nigga leg he's so top heavy. He look just like I swear to God, he look like every nigga I know that's been in jail. All upper body, no lower body. I look at that nigga, I see my older brother, because that nigga extra brolic Debo too. But that nigga, you kick that nigga in the leg, it's quiet. It's quiet. Jimmy try to fight me, I'm fucking stomping that nigga knee. He gonna be out. But shout out to Jim Jones, man. Shout out to Capo. I never wore Vap Life, but you know, I understand, I respect the love the YNs do have for him. Like, he is respected, but at the same time, it's like, you 57 and it still don't seem like no growth either. Cause that's how I be judging niggas too. Like, in hip hop, I you know, y'all covered it. I think about this, the Wayne album and shit. Like, I when you have a legendary act, and you're a singer in this hip hop shit, I judge you by not only the quality of music, but the level of maturity in the music, right? And so I look at niggas like Jim Jones, and it's like, bro, you too old to be talking.
Jim Jones don't have a quality, and like, he has. I'm not gonna say that Jim Jones, he has quality in his music. I ain't gonna. You listen to a Jim album, he got quality in his music.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying I judge you by your quality and your level of maturity and your progression and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Jim Jones' music is quality, but a lot of times when it comes to acts like him, Wayne, and the older guys, sometimes their music is not tolerable for me, because it's like, old ass nigga. I be aging myself like I'm some old nigga, and these niggas are older than me, so I be like, my ears be almost singing. You know what I'm saying? Do that make sense?
I kind of. It wasn't
It's the subject matter, right? For me, sometimes
it's a type of music, because I tell you, I got the best Carter 6 album is a 10 track album.
Yo, you chopped up your playlist, made your playlist. I do that shit all the time.
I got the best Carter 6 album.
And I wasn't here for the Carter 6 album, but it got some really good music on it. But at the same time,
too many tracks.
You guys carve out the fat.
It's too many tracks. Hey, Wayne, your dreads are literally falling out of your head. I can't see you past your singerness. He's so old now. It's like, Wayne, you still sound like 2006.
Well, that's the Wayne everybody loves.
That's why I don't listen to fucking. This is him, Eminem, all these guys. That's part of the reason why I can't really fuck with them, because I feel like y'all ain't talking about shit. Although you might be a dope MC, there's no real subject matter in your music, because you've been talking about the same shit for 20 years.
They just bar heavy. Like it's not like you see. It's a punch. It's a punchline. He's a punchline.
It's what you say about Kevin Love. Empty stats.
Empty calorie stats.
It's a lot. Empty calorie stats. It's a lot being said, and single of these bars might be fire, but where are we going?
Yeah, but I told you, Eminem, at this point, Eminem is rapping to showcase his ability. It's not more about the song for you to bump. It's just you want to hear like rap and like ball. You want to hear the skill of it. You
right. And I think that's kind of what this Wayne album sounded like to me. Where it's like, I can listen to certain records. I can't listen to an album, but I could pull records from here that I could fuck with and put it in my Wayne playlist. Or I could cut this shit off, cut Slim to Fat, and make my own album where it's like, okay, it becomes tolerable and shit like that. But
I got the best Carter 6 album.
But again, a lot of these artists, it's just hard for me to listen to when they are older than me, and I see them still talking about subjects that's going on in the YN's life or the young bitch's life and shit like that. So it's like, Like y'all still try to act like y'all in these streets, but y'all niggas is old men with babies, with grown kids. Y'all kids are grown. Y'all niggas is doing y'all wills. Y'all worry about y'all 401ks. Y'all making sure all this shit is in order right now. Y'all, what y'all dealing with in everyday life?
Lil Wayne is our age. He early 40s. Like, Lil Wayne ain't that old.
I'm just saying, what y'all dealing with in life is much different than what the records y'all putting out. So, I like, it's one of those things like.
How old is Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne early 40s.
42.
42, yeah, early 40s.
Like, maybe I'm asking too much from artists. Like, well, you loved me when I was doing this back then, but now you don't love me when I do it now.
Nah. I just say he's more. Lil Wayne is the metaphor rapper. This way he just punch. He just punchlines. He just punches. He really
yeah, just like Eminem. They do the same shit.
Hey.
Literally the same type of rapper at this point.
I mean, like, you ain't looking for Lil Wayne to tell you a story. Like, let's just say that. You punchlines and metaphors. That's what you listen to Lil Wayne for.
Well, stop making albums, Wayne. Just make cohesive projects. When I'm listening to an album, I listen for cohesiveness of that project, not a bunch of one-off songs. And that's what this Carter shit was, a bunch of single type songs. Like, none of these songs really develop the album together. They don't cohesively go together. But you can make your own playlist and make it sound like it goes together. Which Drew did. But just back to Jimmy. Jimmy, you are the Dylan Brooks of hip hop. You've come a long way. But certain conversations you can't put yourself in, and look at it. If you want to compare, let's compare the last 5 to 10 years. Jim Jones' discography ain't fucking with Nas' discography. If you want to just talk about King, when you talk about King Disease, when we talk about Magic.
When King Disease came out. The first one.
Let me see. Real quick. Go out if you stream with so and so that pays us, because I'm not gonna say what platforms, but I'm gonna pull it up. So King Disease 1 dropped in 2020. So it's been 5 years. 5 years. So
Jim Jones has been around.
So Drew was saying, compare the albums. 2020, Nas dropped King Disease, and he's been dropping consistently up until today. 2020, Jim Jones dropped El Capo and a bunch of mixtapes. He had Lobby Boys with Mano. He had some good shit, good moments within this last 5 years. But because he mentioned Nas, we solely doing a comparison because Jim Jones mentioned it. Mm-hmm. The music is not fucking with Nas' new music. And so we talk whole discography. It's not even a conversation.
All right. So I guess we'll leave the conversation there. Let's get into the list. We did me and Dev last week did 75 to 26.
Right.
And at 26, they had Chris Brown at 26, which was crazy. I felt
that's crazy. That's crazy.
I felt like that was a bad spot. But
I mean, Chris. There's a lot of artists you could. Let's just say Chris Brown is like out of the top 10. He's like in the teens. He's like in the teens somewhere.
And that's why I said I wouldn't be mad if he was in like the top 15, because we went through a bunch of people that can be ahead of him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that's ahead of Chris Brown. If you're really talking about if you're going to do
R&B, all the
R&B, he is behind a lot of people, but he's not behind that much where he's in the 20s.
So this is Billboard released 25 to number 1 at number 25, Patti LaBelle.
Right.
Patti LaBelle too low.
Look, Patti got the Patti pies. You know what I'm saying? That's why she there. Patty's grandma.
24, Bill Withers.
Bill Withers is what song?
On my time.
What's Bill Withers' big song? What's Bill Withers' big song?
I mean, I may have heard.
Billboard said the must listen song is "Use Me."
I know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
You see, I may have heard some songs. You just got to remind.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the collection, and then maybe because it's not our generation, that's the song I know from Bill Withers.
At 23, Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy Pendergrass is there. Teddy Pendergrass is there. Turn off the lights.
Here, the must listen song is "The Love I Lost." That's what they have for the must listen song of his catalog.
My shit is higher.
At 22, Luther Vandross.
I had Luther in the top 10 when we was talking about it. I had Luther in the top 10.
I think he should be higher.
Yeah,
at 21, Donny Hathaway.
Donny Hathaway, okay.
At number 20, Otis Redding.
Otis Redding, another old dusty voice nigga.
Yo, you see, is generations. We not here with the generation, man. This is old auntie music. This is 50 music.
Right.
Well, his career was cut short because unfortunately he passed away in a plane crash.
Yeah.
But
they were around with a big aunties, like late 45s.
I'm not gonna lie, you talking about they pushing. That's almost pushing grannies.
Yeah. Look, my dad's in his 70s. My dad was in juke joints listening to Otis Redding and shit.
At number 19, Smokey Robinson.
Smokey, yeah.
Smokey, Leatherface.
18, Al Green.
Okay.
17, Janet Jackson.
I ain't mad at Janet.
16, Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. I ain't mad at that either.
15.
I'll switch Mary J. and Janet. Janet higher than Mary J. To it.
I don't know about that.
15, Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, low key. I love me some Isaac Hayes. But Isaac Hayes.
I know Isaac Hayes from South Park.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, Chef.
I know Chef.
Yeah. Okay.
I know Chef Isaac Hayes.
I know him for the Shaft, Shaft.
Shaft, I'm gonna get you sucker. Like
yeah, I'm gonna get you sucker, yeah.
That's how I know Isaac Hayes. But yes, Chef. I forgot Isaac Hayes was Chef.
Yeah, Chef. Man, R.I.P. Isaac.
At 14, Curtis Mayfield.
Another old dusty voice nigga. I don't even know who that is. What song Curtis Mayfield got?
Pusha Man?
Oh, Curtis Mayfield. This nigga dirty. This the dirty nigga. I heard a story about Curtis Mayfield. Cause he's from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
He is from Chicago.
This nigga, he had stolen nigga wife. And she killed his ass. Something like that. I'm telling you, this nigga got killed. He was a dirty nigga. I'm telling you. I gotta look it up the story, but Curtis Mayfield is a shiesty nigga. God rest his soul. But he was a dirty nigga. He took one of his homies' wife or some shit, and they bonged his ass. I promise you this.
I think you're confusing him with somebody else.
I'm not sure.
It says he had an accident in 1990 and he became paralyzed from the neck down after staging equipment fell on him.
Okay, so it might be another person.
Yeah,
I know what I'm talking about.
John, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
It might be with Sam Cooke.
It might be.
Somebody took somebody's girl and had children with them.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Curtis. I think it was
okay.
You putting something dirty on Curtis' jacket.
I'm putting smut on Curtis' name and shit. My bad. And he from the city too. I knew he was from Chicago. Man, I'm just getting my stories mixed up. My dad used to tell me all these wild shit about these wild niggas. Sam Cooke is right. Number 13. Speaking of him.
Yeah, Sam Cooke. He was actually shot and killed in a hotel.
Yeah, I think it was Sam Cooke. I think it was his dirty ass. But Sam Cooke got What a Wonderful World. All these niggas had some dusty ass voices back then.
We know these songs. We just don't got to put the names with the songs. We know it's like that.
Yeah. Number 12, we got who, Jai?
Oh, I was trying to figure out the story. My bad. I'll go to 12. At 12, Usher at 12. I think it should be higher.
12. I thought Usher would be top 10.
You see that's our generation. We grew up on Usher.
Right. Exactly.
We know Usher. We grew up on Usher.
At number 11, Ray Charles.
And again, Ray Charles, low key, I respect Ray Charles, right? But you know how I know Ray Charles? Jamie Foxx.
I mean, it's our generation. It's our generation.
And low key, I've listened to a lot of these niggas. I don't know how to explain it, but
you listen to these niggas as a shorty. That's how you know the songs.
No, I started listening to them as a shorty, but I can appreciate the music now because I still listen to a lot of this shit. But it's like, I don't look at them as having the best singing voice.
Yeah, but I don't think I think that plays a part of it, but I don't think it's just more about I think it's more about to them it's the catalog.
Right.
With the voice.
Yeah, okay.
You're doing voices, that's a different conversation. Like who's the best
singer?
Yeah, I do voice. I do overall. So when I think about this, I think just overall talent. And being an R&B singer, you have to be, have somewhat of a talented voice. Although you can, you have a motherfucker like Janet and Mary J. who are not the best vocalists, but they are very talented in their way.
From what I read, it's basically the catalog.
Okay. Well, I don't know these niggas' catalogs like that, so I can't argue something I don't know.
So you're at number 10. At number 10, Marvin Gaye.
Let's get it on.
Okay.
Marvin didn't this nigga got killed by his mom and them? His mom and daddy killed him.
I think his dad killed
him. His daddy killed him.
These niggas
his mama didn't kill him. His daddy killed him.
I know he did something and they was ready to whack his ass. And they whacked him. Daddy got his ass out.
We spoke about it at number 9. R. Kelly. He made the list, but Robert, number 9. Which is
Robert.
Just crazy. He's top 3.
Dirty Date.
Because you can't. Again, I respect them because there's too many lists that goes out about R&B singers, and they void R. Kelly he never existed. I respect Billboard for recognizing, although he a dirty dick nigga, he's still one of the most talented niggas.
Yeah, he definitely has a catalog that brings him up there. It's just
At number 8, Mariah Carey.
Right.
Mariah Carey is definitely up there.
At number 7, Prince.
Okay.
Definitely up there. Up there.
Let's see now.
Prince is definitely up there.
When it comes to Prince, though,
I agree. I can argue even higher.
So
I can argue even higher.
So with Prince, though, vocally, Prince ain't the best vocalist, right? But Prince music is also more rock to me than it is R&B.
I mean, he had a fusion. He had a fusion of his joint.
Prince had a band playing behind him.
Nigga, don't every rock band have a band, stupid ass?
No,
R&B does have it's not just rock that has bands. Nigga.
But he said he had a band, and I said he's rock. Rock has bands.
I'm saying that's what I'm trying to differ because he had a band behind him doesn't necessarily mean he was doing rock music.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I'm saying, but like Drew said, it was more of a rock fusion.
And
Prince was definitely a hybrid.
Yeah, he did funk. He didn't do rock.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You actually right, Drew. More funk rock type.
He did funky. He did funk and soul, like.
I don't say really soul. Anita Baker does soul. Fucking them old flaps. They do soul. Fucking what's her name? RESBCT. That's soul. Aretha does soul. That's soul. Otis Redding is soul.
You Prince is soul. Prince is kind of like Michael. Michael is soul.
Mike ain't soul either.
Mike is soul. What you talking about?
I feel like it's one of those when they first started out, it was something, but then as they became popular and big,
Right. Okay.
It
became more than
the original sound and it became just popular. So
yeah. I don't know.
But they got Prince at 7. At 6, they got James Brown.
Raising face.
At 5. At 5. You're at 5. They got Whitney.
Whitney? I thought she was number 1.
I could Whitney a little bit higher. Like probably top 3 with Whitney.
At number 4, they got Beyonce.
Beyonce over Whitney. Okay.
And nah, not really. You got Beyonce behind.
I got Whitney over.
I do too.
At number 3, Michael Jackson.
Michael, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because Michael is the GOAT, I will not make any arguments regarding him being in this list.
But you see, he's also one of those. It's like,
and you
because his entire beginning is R&B. So the whole beginning, Off the Wall, all of that is R&B.
That R&B like that. Bro, Off the Wall, like kind of disco.
It's yes, true. Very true. So Drew, I'm trying to keep my guy Mike here. So I'm trying to make excuses for Mike. The same way I try to make excuses for Prince. Like, technically, these guys might have started, like John said, started in the R&B, but when they reached the stratosphere, wasn't really R&B. See, Drew, it's your fault because
it's not my fault.
They said the must listen song for Mike is "Remember the Time."
Remember the that's an R&B song. That's an R&B song.
That is an R&B song though.
That's R&B song.
That is our R&B song. Okay, I'm never gonna try to argue, Mike.
But back to Prince. The Prince song that they had as must listen is one of his first big records is "I Want to Be Your Lover." That's in the beginning.
Yeah, and that's not really. That's more.
Funky.
That's more funky, rocky.
But that's the
It's a lot of these and these stuff have a lot of pop on their jacket.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey has a lot of pop on her jacket.
But
Mariah Carey wasn't just R&B.
No, Mariah was the perfect blend of the R&B pop sound.
But here at number 2, Aretha Franklin.
I just spoke about.
And then at the number 1 spot, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie.
I fucking love Stevie.
I ain't gonna be mad at Stevie.
And this actually, to me, a blind person who got a good voice. And so that's why I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Not to shit on Ray Charles, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Stevie, to me, hell of a writer and hell of a vocalist. So that's why when I think about these R&B lists, I although the catalog is great, the catalog must be as good as the vocal ability. But a lot of these niggas, to me, it's like it's more catalog than it is vocal ability. And so that's why I'm very nitpicky when I'm making the list, because it's like you gotta have both to me. And I think Stevie definitely has both. I think Whitney has both, and we'll get into our top 10. All the people that I picked in my top 10 has both. The catalog as well as the vocal ability.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But I ain't mad at I can't say I'm really mad at the 25. Like the order I can make some changes with the order based on my preference. But it's not like they got people that's like blasphemous. Like, I think the back end of the list, when we first talked about this, some of the shit I was like, oh, hell no. But when they got to the 25, everybody they supposed to be here. whether you put them, where you put them varies, but they supposed to be in the conversation of these, people. You get what I'm saying?
I fucks with it. I fucks with it.
So I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but my list just a little different.
So yeah, there's a few spots. Amongst the whole 75 20 lists, I feel like a lot of people could be moved around.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's the list. Billboard's top 75 R&B list. And speaking of lists, let's get into the XXL Freshman list. It's been released by, like I told you in the chat, I know about 3 or 4 names. Other than that, everybody else is new to me.
So, does the XXL Freshman list mean anything anymore?
It used to, not really that much.
Like as a up and coming artist or artist that's in the game right now, do artists still aspire to make the Freshman list? Like, is that something and if you do, what does that really do for your career in today's time?
I agree. It's not as big as it was, but it's kind of like a stepping stone, like that. Like you can see. Why did I do that?
Oh.
I don't know why I did that.
Because you look at it on the list, they got Jello, I know Jello, Laser Dim 700. Don't know who the fuck that is.
I know Jello. I know Ray Vaughn. I know
Ray Vaughn, of course. Ray Vaughn is, TDE.
I know 1900 Rugrat, and I know YTB Fat.
I know Samara because I know her because I be seeing her on fucking commercials. And she's supposed to be related to Doja Cat, and she sounds pretty similar to Doja Cat. Her style, she's actually really good. Like, she's talented. Nino Pay, don't know who the fuck that is. Low Shimmy, don't know who the fuck that is. 1900 Rugrat, never heard of him.
I've heard of him.
YTB Fat, never heard of him. Baby Chief do it. Y'all know where he from?
Chicago.
That's why I know him, because a nigga from the city. Nigga from the rack. So, nigga from the rack, that's how I know him. Ian, the white boy, y'all want to know where he from?
Chicago.
He's also from Chicago. So, I know them niggas because of that. And also, Ian, he was in some shit last year because he does drill music. But the nigga is a good old boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, they feel like he's playing with the Chicago drill shit. Like, he's really like on some blackface shit where he's
Slim Jesus. That's basically what you're saying.
Right, on some Slim Jesus shit where it's like, yo, this trap, this fucking drill shit is real. Real lives are being taken because of this shit, and you making light of it because you trying to connect with the drill rappers for your own respect or your own credit or your own, like, you try to get respect in the city, and you from the fucking south suburbs of Illinois. And so he was in a lot of bullshit last year. Like, Chicago really wasn't fucking with him, but he does well. He does a good Milli Vanilli. Like, he can do the drill rap really well. Like, although he comes from fucking the suburbs, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you gonna knock because they're from the suburbs. Like,
if you close your eyes, you believe what he said. That's what I'm saying. If you close your eyes, you believe exactly what you're hearing. You're like, oh shit, that nigga, he in them trenches. That's what you think. The nigga in them trenches. Where you from? O Block? Nah, the nigga ain't. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the issue with Ian, but his ability, I do think he can actually rap. And the last person, Ian Triplin. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I only know Jello and Ray Vaughn, and I think Ray Vaughn, this is kind of like too late for him to be on the freshman list because Ray Vaughn been out for a couple years.
I think the way the freshman list works though, it's like, it's not, yes, a lot of artists been out a long time, but I think it's once you like reach like a certain level of popularity in a way.
Oh, okay. All right. Once you reach a certain level of popularity.
Yeah, like now there's eyes on you now type of thing. And I think that's why Ray Vaughn, because Ray Vaughn has been out for fucking years now, like but I think he's starting to actually now become a recognizable artist. And so it's like now they recognize him with the Freshman.
Joey was right. I did more for you than TD.
And that's a fact. Thank Joey. Thank Joey, because again, this little last month has pushed you to a new level and shit. But again, like I said, I just feel like the editorial shit really isn't as big as it used to be. So like XXL is a loss. Like what they do is not really like prevalent in the culture today. And so like, yeah, it's not relevant, it's not prevalent. These are
saying the XXL Freshman list is basically a dying list.
It's a dying list. You know, when this shit used to come out, the magazine would drop and everybody would try to run and grab the magazine because you want to read the article about these artists. Then you go to YouTube and check out the 16ers and shit. Like it used to be a real thing, like something that we cared about.
I think it is because magazines ain't just like magazines no more. People don't rush to newsstands to buy magazines no more.
So that's my point. Because of they are part of a dying form of news or whatever fucking called like media. They are part of a dying form of media. Whereas we get our information different now. I don't think the Freshman list has really transitioned
to be curated in a different way.
It has to be done in a different way at this point because it's not connecting the same way the old media used to. They have to find a new way to make people want it, but with the new stream of media and stuff using.
I think the last one that we really cared about was like 90s, 20s we really cared about Freshman list.
Man, the last one that I could just say we cared about is the fucking Kodak Black man.
I think it's like,
if you want to go through you can go through the most recent.
I gotta go through. I think the last one I really cared about was 2017.
Okay, and what was that?
It was like, which one was Iggy Azalea on? I remember Iggy Azalea was on that one, but it was a whole lot of rappers that I fucked with on that one. It's just, and you know what? And you know what else is? Artists, these new artists just not hot no more. Like let's just say, like, these artists are not good. Like the artists that they're putting on these lists. Like they have almost have no notoriety almost like
and then
that.
Again, even with the Freshman list, like you Drew, you know 2 or 3. Like John know 1 or 2 or 3. Like for the most part,
we used to know like half of them.
We knew a good majority of the list. It was a few of them on the outskirts that's like, okay, who is that? Let me check this artist out. But for the most part, we was familiar with most of the artists that was on the list and shit.
Like, I think that's the problem. We're not familiar with none of these artists. And nothing about like a list will just make you like go want. Nothing's gonna like make us want to check these artists out. Like
exactly,
you're not doing nothing to make these. We don't want to check them. Like
and these artists and these artists and their teams haven't done enough to put them in front of us. So when the list come out, so we can have that conversation. Like, oh yeah, he deserved to be here. Oh, she deserved to be here. Oh yeah, he was cooking this year. You get what I'm saying? Like before the list, first off, before the list dropped, we knew the list was coming. So it was the build up. It was the build up to the list, and then it was more of a conversation like, who gonna make the list? Well, so and so was cooking this year. Boom, 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 boom. He need to be on here. She need to be on there. This person, like that was a conversation in hip hop. Now this shit dropped.
Or I'm not saying
it just dropped.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you said, you used to be like, yo, they left this and such off the list. Who is missing from the list that we can say is missing from the list?
You don't know. Like music, like you said, music drop off, like, or we just don't know these people. I think that's a major part that the list comes out and we don't know nobody that's on it.
So at this point, should the XXL Freshman thing just die?
At this point, it need a saving grace because the cipher is gonna be doo-doo. That was one of the saving points. It was the cipher.
Because honestly, I like what Red Bull is doing with the ciphers.
Let's just not say because we don't know none of these artists. Like we can't just say these artists can't rap.
This shit gonna be trash.
Trash. We will say that about artists that we don't know though. Like what if some of these artists can rap? Like a cipher is really just about rapping. Like some of these artists, if some of these artists can rap, you can say with cipher. Like we just don't know who they are. Some of you can rap though.
I'm telling you, Samara is gonna have the best verse out of all these niggas. Samara and Rayvon, those gonna be the two.
Yeah, Rayvon probably got the best verse out.
I'm telling you, Samara is just as good of an MC as Rayvon.
All right. You see?
Because again, she reminds me a lot of Doja Cat. Literally, voices exactly the same. Flow pattern is similar, like very similar. And she's an attractive woman. So it's like she got what it takes to actually ascend. And she can sing. So she has, I've heard enough from her where I know with the right team and the right record, I can see her ascending.
She can blow.
I think her and Rayvon will have the most rememberable in a good way verses, because it's gonna be something that's gonna be like, yo, I remember that weak ass shit. But I'm saying like them two gonna actually cook. We all know Rayvon can rap his ass off. So like that's not even a question. But I think Samara is one that people might not know. I think she'll make a lot of people familiar with her because she can actually rap. And she's just super talented, just altogether, I think.
All right.
All right.
The definite list, man, because I'm not looking forward to them ciphers.
Word.
We just don't know the niggas on the cipher. Let's hope somebody probably can rap. They can probably rap on there. We just don't know.
The bar is so low. Niggas going to it like, nah, man.
They're gonna be going there with recorded records and shit.
Unfortunately,
let me play this version of the song real quick.
Niggas like, nah, man.
All right. Something that we've been covering throughout the weeks. The Diddy case is coming almost so close. It's getting there.
Almost so close.
They're getting to the end of the case. You sent in the chat. They revealed more footage from the raids, and they just
I don't buy though. I don't. What's the point?
The point is just I feel like at this point, whether you like Diddy or not, I feel like on the prosecution side, if Diddy beats this, we're gonna
ruin the man.
We're gonna implement to your mind that this man is a piece of shit. Look at him, like just to add to like the memes that's already been going, like because
right. But remember, John, ever since we've been talking about this, that's all I've said, because my whole argument was they've yet to really talk about. They don't really do much talking about the crimes that's committed. It's more of look at this nasty piece of shit. Look at this disgusting human being. Like he's a freak. He's a Neanderthal. Like, look what he's doing. Like, but it's not like they don't talk much about the actual crimes that he committed. It's more of just killing the reputation. Like, after this shit, you can't do nothing. We gonna shut down your any way you think you're gonna get back into the music business or the business world and think you're gonna be profitable and go back to being the charming guy that you once were. It's quiet for that.
Sex trafficking he can put under his jacket. Like,
yeah,
that is one of the crimes that they can probably prove on that. Sex trafficking.
And if you talk about sex trafficking, they don't really even talk much about that. They don't bring too many people to that was actually being sex trafficked or that will contest that he was actually sex trafficking. All they talked about is his abuse of what's the girl name? I'm sorry, I'm drawing blanks. His ex, the singer.
Cassie?
Cassie. Right. They talk about the abuse of Cassie. They talked about her being a fucking filthy person too, and how that like they've done more of that than anything.
She is not on trial. Diddy is.
But I'm just saying they talk more about that to show that she was a victim, to show like he's a manipulator. There's a lot of that they talked about.
That's coercion.
It's sex trafficking. So it's what the sex trafficking is the crime. So let's talk about the sex trafficking. If you're talking about her having sex with him, forcing her to have sex with a bunch of people, that's sexual assault. But the crime is sex trafficking. So if we're gonna get him on sexual assault, then let's prove that he was committing sexual assault by the evidence that we show. But they show like, look, he a creep because look at all the baby oil and look at all the fucking just the baby oil he got and look at all the dildos and shit and the straps.
I think that's what's in the media. I don't think everything that is on trial we like actually know about. Like I think that's what's been portrayed in the media. Like I'm pretty sure stuff that's not every single wake of this case has been like totally viewed for the public.
Right. Well, in the public, all they've tried to do, what I'm saying is in the public, they've done more of showing that he's a nasty person versus showing that he's guilty of the crime he's facing.
I see it as Diddy probably gonna go away for some years. It's just not a whole bunch of time like everybody.
Yeah, and again, and me and John both said that he's definitely gonna go to jail. I don't think it's gonna be a like R. Kelly where he fucking facing life.
He ain't definitely not going away
and I think that's why they focus so much on the reputation, because they know we're not going to be able to book him on something that's going to keep him in prison long term. But what we can do long term is ruin the man, ruin the reputation, and ruin any business ventures he possibly can have in the future. And that's the long term effect of the Diddy trial.
Yeah, because I think that even if you somehow get acquitted of all charges, I think the reputation is pretty much shot.
Right.
And I just feel like at this point, it's not going to really be not too much, no coming back. I'm not going to say it's not a guarantee shot, but it's pretty much like a set, done deal of not coming back from this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
man. It is what it is. That's all it is, man.
From one case to another rapper accused. Fat Joe has been accused by his former hype man of sex trafficking, fraud, and many other things. It's a 157-page document. He's suing him for, what's the amount? I think it's $20 million.
Man, I want to say because I do not know that much about it, so I would just like.
Yeah, he's
accusing.
Joe was also on some making him have sex with people and shit.
Yeah, he said Fat Joe and his associates systemically engaged in oh, that word's fucking me up. Financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion.
Coercion.
Jesus, Coercion was fucking me up.
That word kicking John's ass.
Coercion was fucking me up. But that was the word I was trying to say. That shit still fucking me up. So I'm gonna leave that be. In addition to financial allegations, Dylan claims rap allegedly forced him into humiliating situations, including sex acts performed under duress and surveillance, and allegedly threatened the abandonment in foreign countries. That's fucked up. Job loss or physical harm if he didn't comply, according to the complaint. He accused him of trafficking minors.
Yeah. He was Fat Joe's Farnsworth Bentley.
Yeah, kind of like it. He knew where all the bodies were buried. That's basically.
He was his personal boy.
Don't say it like that. Assistant. Say assistant.
Okay, assistant. Okay, Drew, assistant. He was making fun of him. That if Joe left him in countries and shit like, all right, nigga, we're gonna fly to.
He said he threatened to leave. So imagine. Not saying it's true. Just imagine they flew out. I'm gonna just pick a random country. They fly out to Spain or some shit.
Yeah,
you better not act up. We take your passport and leave your dumb ass out here.
And then again, they fly in on a private jet and shit, and then Joe and them take all his belongings and fly back to the States and shit. That's fucked up. Like dangerously fucked up. Like I'm not saying it's true. We gotta let the courts do what they do. But I don't know. Fat Joe just don't seem. And again, niggas be crazy. Niggas low key be crazy. But
I think
all the stories, all the stories I hear about other artists that's been in contact with Fat Joe, everybody always say how Fat Joe is the guy that keeps the peace.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it's accusations at this point. I mean, like that's all it is to me. Like the accusations, like I don't know that much, so I'm not going to comment if he's wrong or not. If he's guilty or not. Like I just don't know that much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All we have is the allegations right now. People. I mean, it was never mind. It was allegations. Nah, I'm not even gonna say it.
What you about to say? What Brent said it was only allegations in the Cassie and Diddy case. That's what you was about to say.
When Cassie came out with this.
No, but the difference in that one is the settlement. He is settled, so by him doing that in the court of public opinion,
he's
guilty of some shit. You know what I'm trying to say? When you settle, that means you're guilty of some shit.
Yep.
And you don't want all that shit to get blown up.
If you don't fight it out,
just throw money at it. Because you're guilty. It's not saying he's guilty of everything, but he's guilty of some shit. Well, the abuse we see in the videotape. So
it's some shit that you rather not people see.
Yeah, so for the abuse, we seen him abuse her in the lobby. We seen the hotel footage.
Right.
We want to talk about that. He's guilty of that. Is he in court fighting for his life because of that? No. But it's being used as a pattern to, demonstrate how bad or evil he is.
Right.
But
we don't know about Joe.
This one's a civil case. You know what I'm trying to say? This is civil. The Diddy one started off civil. It was a civil lawsuit. Then it became a criminal.
Right.
Case.
So Buddy just want money. So Buddy just want to be paid out.
This is the first I ever heard of a civil RICO. That's the first time I ever heard about that, though. I never knew that existed, honestly.
Man, look, Diddy got beef with the them powerful people in this world. So you know what I'm saying? Shit changed for Diddy.
No, but what was it saying?
Diddy got too big for his britches.
Nah, Diddy was doing some messed up stuff. That's what Diddy got in trouble for.
Yeah, it's a lot of people be doing messed up shit, but as long as you play the game, we gonna keep all that shit.
Nah, but it's a lonely RICO because all the sex workers got like immunity deals. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like It'll be him. It'll be him in the sex.
Right. How you got a Rico and everybody else got immunity and shit?
Because that's how you know you're the big fish.
Right.
When they going for the top
Rico is a group of people.
Yeah, it's supposed to be him and Cassie. Cassie even got an immunity deal.
Right. Yeah.
He got an immunity deal. A whole bunch of people got an immunity deal. So it looks like, oh yeah, Diddy's on the Rico by himself, but technically everybody else was like, nah, we ain't want no part.
Yeah,
they became witnesses
for
the prosecution. They became state witnesses. They got their immunity deal. But barring that, it would have been him and all these sex workers that done testified in that court case. It's just they all before it got crazy. Nope.
So Joe, and because it's a civil suit, if you pay him out, you're gonna look as if you're guilty of something. So if you're truly innocent, you gotta fight it.
I mean, if it's for a civil suit, he's going to pay out. Like honestly, it's so much. Because it's a civil suit, there's not much that they have to. Like, let's say a criminal suit, you have to prove way more in a criminal suit than you have in a civil suit. Civil suit, all you really have to be guilty of one thing, and then you're on the hook for it, and then you're on the hook for that money.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I would rather Joe fight it, and they find him guilty.
The lawyer said they gonna fight it. I don't think this
because
is
that's what I'm saying.
So it gets thrown out.
Yeah, I'd rather that happen than him settling, and then that sends the image as, oh, you like Diddy did. Oh, you was trying to hide some shit. Oh, you had some freaky shit on that other side that we don't know about. So you trying to hush motherfuckers.
I mean, sometimes people do settle just to not let the story come out.
Yeah, but that's
the problem with settling.
Yeah, when you settle thing, it's just this guy in this situation.
It's a admittance of guilt when you settle.
This situation is a person that's been around him for a long time.
Right.
Obviously, looks like they had a falling out, and then so some people in the public some people's gonna listen to what this guy has to say because he's not someone that's just met him one time and making that someone that's around him. Right. So this is something that people are gonna listen to. So it's gonna have to be thoroughly, fought in court to have this, because it's not no random person. It's someone considered his hype man. So he was on tour with him. He was traveling with him. It's someone that knows him. So for most people, that's gonna come up with like a quick decision. Oh, he was around, so he knows what's going on. He did that shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be some of those, and some of those you just gotta let it play out. It's gonna be some of those that's gonna look at it. Oh, he's a
disgruntled worker. Yeah, exactly.
They had a falling out. He's not in the circle no more, so he's saying this shit, and there's just gonna be people that's just gonna be in the middle. But his word will be listened to. So this is a case that's definitely got to be fought in court, because he's not random person. He was somebody that was around.
I see. All right. You bring your talk. Cameo Candy been playing in my head all day.
What?
The song by Cameo Candy. Tastes like candy, babe. Even when you walk, especially when you talk, it's take over me.
Now let's get into some woo. Did we dodge a bullet or did we not dodge a bullet? World War
dodge the bomb, nigga. Fuck a bullet. Fuck a bullet. I'll dodge some bullets before I dodge a bomb.
So Trump said, "Fuck it." He told him 2 weeks. He said, "Yo, y'all got 2 weeks to work that shit out."
Oh, I'm stepping in.
And before the 2-week deadline,
fucking bully.
He said, but America stepped in. He said, it was like nobody knew. He made the call. He's the president, so it's something. I'm pretty sure he can make that call. Made the call.
He got the executive order.
They made 3 They bombed 3 places. Shit looked like it was gonna get crazy for a minute, and like Iran responded. They sent some missiles out to some U.S. bases nearby.
Yeah.
Sent some more missiles out to Israel. Then we got to yesterday. Trump announced a ceasefire. And we wake up this morning. Trump none of these, they don't know what the fuck they doing. Talking about both countries, because I guess they agreed to some shit, started firing missiles at each other. But as of right now, I think we are good. I think we was gonna be good regardless. But I think as of right now, they are honoring, both countries is honoring the ceasefire.
We good until they start drafting motherfuckers.
It's good until it's not good.
You haven't been seeing the meme joke?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing all the memes about the draft.
When you finally an unk, so you don't gotta worry about getting drafted.
Yeah. Look, man, I've grown to accept Trump for who he is. I ain't saying he's the greatest of presidents, but we've had worse. But America just need to stay out of other countries.
Definitely the most entertaining president we ever had.
Definitely most entertaining. We just gotta
like
stay.
Him or not, that should be hilarious.
We gotta stay out of other countries' shit. Because he made the executive order. The House and Congress is like, what the fuck are you doing? Then the nigga like, hold on. All right, I knew I threw some bombs, but let's chill for a second. Let's talk about this now. Now it's like, nigga, you done stole on me. Now you wanna talk about it? You just pieced me up. Now you want to talk about it? Big T. Let's deal with America. We got a lot of shit going on. We got all these migrants here that we need you to pack up. Focus on that. Let these people fight they wars. These wars are biblical. Like, let these people been fighting forever and a day. Let them fight.
According to the Bible, Israel falls. That's the sign of end time. So
they fall. You know what's happening next. You know what's happening next. Trump, don't expedite the process, bro. Please don't. Hey, look, there's still some things I want to do in this world. If you read your Bible, it's looking like we getting there, bro. So get right with Christ, because Big T gonna send us. He gonna send us to the upper room.
Gonna send us to apocalypse real quick.
Right. He expediting that whole process right now. Big T is like, I'm gonna get y'all there. Now, although I want to see my maker, I want to dance with my God, but I just feel like I got some stuff I still want to do.
We gotta do something down here first.
But maybe that's what's needed in my life. Me and my God, me and the Alpha Omega podcasting together, talking about this world. Maybe that's what God is telling me. I want you here with me so we can talk about sports together. So we can talk about current events.
It's not my time yet, God. It's my time yet.
Drew, not yet, buddy. Not yet. Not yet.
So let me have my body as a vessel for a few more years.
Right. Then come for your spirit after. Give you a few time. But Big T, stop trying to expedite the process, bro. Let these people fight their war.
Keep
us out of it.
Over. Let's see. Let's go to the updates. Let's see. Let's see.
Trump gonna have niggas in the upper room.
Oh, it says Israel, Fox News, 42 minutes ago. It says Israel backs away from heavier strikes on Iran, maintaining ceasefire after Trump pressure. NBC News, 21 minutes ago. So
again, the thing about this war, again, like I said, it's biblical. These people have been fighting since the beginning of time. So, although it might be a ceasefire at this moment, I don't see this war ending until
it's not good. It's not good
until the world ends. And so we got to mind our business and deal with the things that we got to deal with over here. But I just advise everybody to get good with God. Make sure you have a relationship with God. Repent for anything you might have done, because the way is going.
Yeah, as of right now. So for the most part, Iran said they only shot back because they said it was self-defense for America, shooting at them. So they said they shot back.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's looking like it's a ceasefire at the moment.
Well, Trump, he's still trying to have an order where we're all war ready. So
that's big T for you. It's big T.
So even if it's a ceasefire, he still has plans to make sure that us Americans are trained in hand-to-hand combat. So a lot of you motherfuckers, I'm in Unc status today. Some kid called me Unc, I almost slapped him. But I'm also happy that I'm there, because I ain't got to deal with that shit. I'm gonna just chill and let my youngins, the YNs, deal with that.
Why you mad at someone call you you nigga?
Man, these kids, bro, these kids' parents be old as fuck. I be looking at them like, bro, your dad is ancient. Don't talk to me about no like, I see y'all parents.
Nah, I'm not I'm not Unc. I'm Big Bro.
Exactly. I take Big Bro over Unc. Don't call me Unc, nigga. I'm Big Bro.
Nah, to like teens, you are Unc. Yeah, you might to teenagers, you are Unc.
And this little nigga, he was like 13, 14 and shit. He like, Mr. Dev. Like, nigga asked me to buy my icy and shit. Then he like, thanks, Unc. I said, nigga, I'm about to smack that shit out your hand.
But it's transitioning to Trump buddy Elon Musk. They are launching the robo taxi. Tesla is launching the robo taxi. That catching a RoboCab?
Hell no.
Wait, people is like basically
self-driven cars.
That's been happening in LA, so that ain't nothing new, honestly.
Are you getting in a self-driven taxi?
No.
Exactly.
No. I mean, like, no, I'm not doing it.
If I get in a self-driven taxi, I gotta sit in the driver's seat, and I gotta be able to switch that shit off in an emergency situation.
Imagine that shit go crazy, and you're in like a middle of a police chase, and a police chase.
Exactly. Right. I can't do shit. I'm just, and all they see is my ass in the car and shit. This motherfucker car.
That shit speed.
Yeah, this shit bending corners and shit. I'm in that. I got a sign up and said, "It's not me, help," and shit. I'm in the back seat with a sign at the window like, "Help, it's not me," and shit. Like, I'm writing on the mirror and shit, writing on the glass. Help! I am not driving this. Yeah, exactly. It's malfunction. It's not me. Man, I don't trust that shit.
Oh man,
crazy, man. I don't know. I could do it in like a short distance. It's like, yo, you want to try out thing? It has to go for a minimum 5 miles an hour, up 2 blocks and back.
Man, that nigga better he better put that shit in Six Flags somewhere. Like, let us experience it first. Like, experience the first self-driven car. Like,
shit in Six Flags. Where the fuck you going in Six Flags?
Yes. See, that's perfect. No, that's perfect. Go in a loop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes in a loop so you can just try it out and then like be comfortable with, like, on a fucking a racetrack or some shit.
Like one big ass, like, not like I said, I don't want to crash, so I want to be as small as possible, one loop.
But I'm just saying, like, one loop on a track somewhere where it's like not on the road. There's nobody else there, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like is more self-contained. Start off there before you try to put that shit on a road, and then this motherfucker on I-95 and it malfunction, and you in a fucking backseat and you can't get out because the car is saying, "Oh, it's not safe for you to get out of the car. Please keep your seatbelt on." Meanwhile, this motherfucker malfunction, you in the back. About to shit on yourself because it won't let you out the car and shit while it's malfunction. It don't have a emergency brake that you can press, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a lot of shit they got to do to get people comfortable for me to get in a fucking self-driven car. I'm sorry. Now, I ain't mad at self-driven Uber where it drop off my Uber Eats. If that shit pull up to the crib.
You don't want that shit.
Yeah, I do.
You know why?
Why?
That shit drop off. You're not there in 30 seconds. It has like a eject button. Put your shit on the street and keep that shit pushing to the next order. They be gonna be taking multiple orders. Hell no.
Nah,
the thing about self Uber Eats, that would be difficult because you still have the person that actually takes the food from the store.
No, I'm saying, but no, you have the store has to put it in the car.
If it's multiple orders, the person that they delivered from before me, like, oh shit.
Oh, you gonna come up?
Yeah, like, oh shit.
No, so
what's that? Oh,
yeah, you're not gonna trust nobody if the person has to go to the car to get the food.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your drink.
So John, I always do priority with my Ubers. I always do priority on my Ubers. So I'm first to deliver. So if anything, I'm gonna be the nigga taking other people's food. But you have a system where, all right, the person food don't reach them, now they report it, and then that fucks up the person that went before. So like, if I took that person's food, now the person don't get their food, although niggas probably be lying and be like, yo, nigga took my food to try to get their money back. So it's a lot of red tape, but I think it could work if it works on a...
That shit probably gonna have mad cameras. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it has to work on a singular motion, whereas the store...
What's the cameras gonna do?
The camera's not gonna stop motherfucker from taking the food.
But it'll prove your innocence. But
it'll prove your innocence, and then it'll fuck it up for the person that actually stole the food. So they probably won't be able to order anymore. But I'd rather
bad review on their
and they shut down your account because now they can physically see you taking.
Yeah, I get it.
It's almost like, you know how like they do the Uber, like the Amazon truck, the Amazon like mailboxes things when you go to like Rite Aid and shit, like
the Amazon locker.
The Amazon locker. It could be similar to that. Your code is the Uber Eats truck come up, right? You go up to it, you put your code in, boom, it opens up, you grab your food, that shit goes. So that way nobody else can take anybody else's food. That shit could work. I'd rather deal with that than deal with the fucked up Uber drivers because them niggas be dumb as shit. And I don't trust they ass touching my food. At least I know it goes from the store hands straight to the vehicle, straight to me. There's no middleman that's fucking riding around in a circle and saying, "Oh yeah, man, I didn't get your food reported stolen." Like, nigga, I hear you crunching in the fucking on the phone though. Like, I'd rather get rid of that middleman and have an Uber Eats truck like the Amazon locker. It would be similar to that. You put your code in, and boom, it opens up, you get your shit.
They just put the food on the drones and just deliver that shit to you.
Well, Domino's was trying to do something like that. Domino's at one point was trying to do this like driverless delivery thing. I don't know if it worked out. I just used to see the commercials for it. But I'm not against that. There's ways to keep other people food safe. If you do like Drew said, the Amazon locker style way, you get your code, you put your code in when the vehicle arrives, and it only opens up the slot where your food is. You get your shit, boom, car goes, and it goes to the next person. But me actually get in that motherfucker driving? Nah, it ain't happening.
I just think like doing that way is going to be like a lot of money that niggas don't want to spend.
Elon be spending money on bullshit anyway.
Spending that money to do all the automated systems in the car.
Man,
Elon be spending that bullshit.
Elon be spending money on bullshit anyway. He just sent Katy Perry and them up into the sky. Them motherfuckers didn't even go to space. They just went really high and fucking dropped down. They was fucking parachuting.
Breaking the atmosphere is technically.
Bro, they broke the atmosphere and they had on fucking Carhartt outfits and shit. They didn't have on space shoes and shit. Them niggas had on Carhartt and Ugg boots. But they went into space. He spent his money on bullshit. Him, Bezos, all these niggas be bullshit. At least do something productive. And I ain't getting in no fucking Uber with no driver there. I'm just not doing that. Or no vehicle with no driver. Uber, fucking whatever Bezos doing, Tesla. What? All that shit. Elon, fuck them.
It is what it is. We're getting back into the music. Apparently on social media, there was a conversation. There was basically who had the stronger. I seen two variations of the conversation, but who had the stronger first 5 albums? And it was T.I. versus Jeezy.
Let's go through it.
Stronger albums?
First 5.
Oh, first 5, okay.
Let's go through it. Hold on. So let's start with T.I.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So T.I.'s first 5 albums. Let me try and pull it up real quick. All right. First 5 albums from T.I.
I'm serious.
So first you got I'm Serious in 01. You got Trap Music 03.
Trap Music was
Urban Legends. King and T.I. versus T.I.P.
That's a nice list. That's solid. That's
solid progression.
Mm-hmm.
King is my favorite album out of all of them, but
now King was dope. But I fucked with T.I. versus T.I.P.
But I think
I fuck with the I'm a Legend album. The I'm a Legend album.
T.I. just got better. Like he progressed as an artist after every album, which is what I say I be looking for in my artists. Now, Jeezy is my guy.
Jeezy had a run, don't Jeezy?
So Jeezy really meant a lot to me growing up and shit. Like
Came back to Snowman.
Jeezy really was that nigga for me. So you go through the Jeezy albums, right?
You got TM 101 classic.
TM 101
classic.
You got The Recession.
Then you got TM 102, The Inspiration.
Right. TM 102.
Recession kind of classic too. Recession is a classic album.
The Recession
is a classic. I fuck with The Recession.
Do we count Came Bad and Snowman?
Nah, Came Bad and Snowman is a mixtape.
Well, back then, the mixtapes were just as heavy as the.
I mean, but that's technically a mixtape. Like, yeah. Are we doing studio albums? Technically a mixtape.
Yeah, so we doing studio albums. I don't like how they got it. This streaming got the albums.
Let me see. Hold on.
Go through the albums, Drew.
I got it. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to my title.
Stop saying these companies' names. They don't pay us.
You say title every goddamn OSA. Mm-hmm. You say title name every goddamn OSA.
Oh, I say because they don't. I say it because we not there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supporting these bastards because we not on it. That's why I say it.
Mm-hmm.
But
hold on.
Thug Motivation 101.
Classic. Let me go my Jeezy. All right, there we go. Stupid thing. Come on. Okay.
Go ahead, Drew.
God damn, he has a lot of motherfucking albums.
You got a lot of those mixtapes and shit. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking up the flow of the drops.
Yeah. Really
because
did.
the way, when you look at Jeezy albums, it got Thug Motivation, it got The Inspiration, Then it got the
Yeah,
recession.
yeah, Trapper Die is a mixtape. That's not an album. Oh goddamn.
So that's
They
what
make
the way they
Tyler
so
makes it
that's
up.
what but that's not even title. Like that's why even on the streaming that I use, it was like the way they got Jeezy album set up. That's why I said it's K-Bad and the Snowman considered because the way they got it on this streaming, they got it on there.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. All right, but let me okay, so
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be set up is TM 101. These are all mixtapes, Come on, y'all got is the inspiration, is the recession,
Right.
all mixtapes. It's TM 103, it's TM 103,
103. And what's the fifth
and then
one?
Seeing It All. That's his first 5 albums. Seeing It All.
Okay.
Those are technically his studio albums.
So with that, I say T.I. got the better first 5 then.
You're not counting those first 2 albums before the Jeezy. I start from Thug 101.
Yeah, I'm starting from Thug 101.
Because there's 2 albums before that.
Yeah. Jeezy, that's
yeah.
the mixtape shit. Anything before Thug Motivation to me is all mixtape shit. That was all street albums.
I mean, you can't really. He's talking about when he was Lil J, Thuggin' Under Influence. That was technically his very first album. He was Lil J. That was it. That was before Jeezy. That was
we
the name before
we talking about T.I. versus Young Jeezy. I ain't talking about Lil J.
That was Lil J. That was rapping name before Jeezy.
Starting at Thug Motivation 101. Although, if I have to go back to music, I probably will go to Jeezy shit first. But when we talk about just a collection, T.I. definitely has the better collection out of the first 5. Because I think once we get past
Hustle's Ambition was a good project too. Hustle's T103. Hustle's Ambition was a good project.
Once after the recession, it's where I've kind of
bro.
I kind of strayed away from Jeezy. Although I was listening, I didn't have the same love for Jeezy the way I did.
It kind of strayed when he went to church in the streets. That's when Jeezy kind of strayed from being Jeezy. After that, it was Seeing It All was a good project, and then Gangsta Party with DJ Drama was a good project. That was the studio album. When he did Church in the Streets,
no, because I'm looking at TM103 right now. I'm trying to remember what was on there. I know
that was a good project.
It was a decent. That's what I'm saying. It's a decent project because he had that Neo song, and she said, "Dude, ain't that good, but I can't leave you alone." Like that was the single from that shit, and I used to love that I Do track that was with Andre and Jay. But I hate to Lose My Mind. I hated that song. Oh,
you just talking about okay because it was a single.
Yeah, right, exactly. I hated that song.
Lose My Mind. That's cool.
Yeah, I hated that song. But yeah,
Jeezy really had some shit.
Jeezy, both of them legends. Again, this is not
definitely T.I. too.
It's not us trying to pit these guys against each other. It's not us saying one is better than the other. But I'm just saying I love Jeezy more. But when they just talking about albums, that first 5 from T.I. was really fucking cooking, man. And Jeezy cooked too. But T.I. really just showed that not only can he make studio albums, he can make records, singles, and all that shit, but T.I. can really fucking rap. Whereas it got so bad that we made fun of all the big words that T.I. used. Like it became a thing.
It was normal life. He was just using big words for no reason. It's every day to day.
Yeah, exactly. But it became a thing. Like T.I. always dropping, like trying to sound extra smart and shit. But T.I. was really fucking cooking, man. So if I gotta give it to somebody first 5 albums, I think T.I. first 5 is better than Jeezy's first 5 as a whole.
It's very close.
Definitely close. Definitely close.
It is very close.
Definitely close.
I give it to T.I. on a slight edge.
Yeah,
T.I. got on the edge.
Yeah.
It's just close because
the way I look at it is Jeezy started super hot and then had like a slow burn.
Because
I feel like T.I. continued to go up with the first 5. Like each one got better each 5. Where Jeezy was like shot and then it was like coming down some.
Because I really implore you to listen to TM 103 and Seen It All because those are really solid projects.
I just looked at the playlist. I mean the list from TM 103. I don't have to listen to it again. I remember as soon as I looked at the songs. Seen It All, I have to go back and listen to it again. TM 103, I looked at the track list. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this shit, and that's why I said I hated this song. That's why I hated that Lose Your Mind or Lost My Mind, whatever the shit was with Plies. Hated that song.
That was one of his leading singles off the album.
Yeah, I hated that, and that's probably why that's one of that. When shit don't connect with me, I'll listen to the shit, but I'll probably give 1-2 listens.
You didn't connect with one song.
Huh?
You didn't connect with one song. You're leading singles. Sometimes singles you don't connect with.
Yeah, there's certain singles you don't connect with, but when I don't connect, it reminds me of a time. So it's like, oh, I remember this. And then I went back and saw the songs that I actually like that I remember from the album. So it's like it don't resonate the same way the T.I. albums do. You get what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you. T.I. got a good 5. T.I. got the better 5 to me.
Yeah.
Too. I ain't gonna lie.
But again, slight edge. I got T.I. With the win.
Johnny, what you got?
I'm gonna go with T.I. I'm gonna go with T.I. I think T.I. slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly. They both had some records on it.
Legends.
Good times, man.
Both legends. Both really good time in hip hop. Like
two of my best out of Atlanta.
We talked about Nas. We talked about New York and levels of competition. That's a competition. If one of them came out and said something about the other one, like Jones said about Nas, we could really have a conversation about it. Like we could really deep dive into that. We can converse and speak from 2 different sides and respect the other side. It's like, okay, you got points over here. You got points over there. That nigga Jones, you have no points, bro. Move to the side.
Disrespect you at Harlem legend.
Definitely a Harlem legend.
Now,
niggas need to do some lower body workout though.
You're keeping the music. Pusha T. Clips dropping music. Pusha T here dissing.
I just can't wait for it, man.
Another nigga Jim Jones don't fuck with.
Yeah, Jim Jones, Pusha T rap better than Jim Jones. Just Jim got sale Pusha. Now that's a nigga that can rap. Man, that's the nigga that.
And see,
Pusha T will knock your head off now. Like, come on.
But this is so. Here's where I contradict myself, right?
You say all the things you said before. All Pusha T's rappers is about coke. Yeah,
and I'll never get tired. I'll never get tired of it. I'll never get tired of it. I talk about the same shit over and over. I've heard it a million times, but I love it every time I hear it. Every time. That shit be motivation. I ain't even in the streets, but I was like, yo, I need to get a pack. Like I got cocaine dreams now. Like this nigga Pusha keep whenever he drop, he stay in one box. But man, that shit be good. But I can't wait for this Clips album, and like
I can't wait for it either, man.
this shit's gonna be fire. And to see Malice, no profanity, but still the raps is still hard. Like the shit is still hard. Nigga ain't cursing out one time, but the imagery is still there. And he's still rapping on the same level as Push. Like, and so now that they got the whips and chains leak, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
How do you feel about him dissing Travis Scott?
I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. You came. He didn't like when Travis Scott was on the bullshit. Yeah. You came into a studio session. You let them listen to a record, right? Sans, and you hear that, and let's just say like a few months later, you hear that same record, but there's a verse where you dissing my mans. Yeah. You dissing my mans on that same record. You was just in the studio. That verse. You didn't play that verse for us when we was in that studio.
And that's all it comes down to. That's some bitch ass shit. Like as a nigga, like if God
you didn't play that dissing verse, but a few months later, that same record. But now there's a new verse dissing my mans when you was in the studio with us.
Exactly.
Like, that's
you supposed to be peoples. We all supposed to be peoples. You got us listen to this bullshit. And you've taken over our session. It's cool because you supposed to be family. We supposed to be peoples. And then we hear the track. It's cool. But then once the world hear it, now you got now the official one got a diss towards our peoples, and we didn't hear that shit. Like, so that's some goofy ass shit. I would look at that the same way. Just like if a motherfucker, God forbid, John, I'm telling you, check out this podcast that I just did with so-and-so, right? And you check it out, and it's like, okay, that's cool. But then once it go on YouTube, I'm talking shit about you. It's like on that same podcast with that same person, or I'm allowing that person to talk shit about you in front of me. I'm supposed to be your people. I'm supposed to be your brother. And you giving this outside nigga a space. I'm giving this outside nigga a space to speak ill about you or speak ill about Drew. Like any one of the Dons can feel a way about that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just some goofy ass shit. Like Travis, I don't really listen to Travis, to begin with. So it's not nothing that's like, nothing that really affects me because it's certain music I just don't really run to. I'll listen to a Travis project, but it's not something that I just run to. Like I don't go running looking for a Travis project.
And it's sad because Travis, I mean, I know you not know Travis project, but Travis was one of them niggas. It was before Utopia. Everything before everything before Utopia. A1.
Yeah, before the Dead Bodies.
It's just Utopia was just a bad project to me.
Yeah. Before the Dead Bodies, Travis was cooking.
But
I was big on the straight up. We were shit. Weren't we just talking about Travis and 2 Chainz not too long ago? I think on OSA we was talking about I think we was talking more about 2 Chainz and how he used to be cooking. I had a conversation about Travis and 2 Chainz not too long ago. So I remember Rodeo and how big that shit was, and like Travis was really like mosh pitting and doing all that shit. Travis was cooking. Like you said,
Ride McKnight.
Yeah,
then you got Astro World.
Right. Astro World is my shit. Like Astro World is my shit. Utopia just again wasn't that good of a project, and so.
And then if you want to carry the days before Rodeo, Virgin Trap Sing, Ride McKnight, and then Astro World. That is a fucking phenomenal 4 right there
that's a great set
to start your run.
Yeah, great set. But again, when it comes to real nigga shit,
Yeah, no,
Travis did some sucker shit. He did some sucker shit, and I'm not mad at Pusha feeling a way about that, because if somebody was to do something like that to y'all, or if one of y'all did some shit like that to one of us, then I'd be looking at one of y'all like, yo, that was some soft sucker ass shit. Like,
yeah, it is. It is. I ain't gonna blame it. Of course.
Well,
I don't blame Pusha T one bit.
Well, he kept, kept it neutral throughout all the situations, and now he's finally caught up in it.
But I can't wait for the album, man. The Clutch album, so gonna be tough.
Yeah, let's get into a story that went viral on social media, and people, resurfaced her old clip talking about how she won't date a man working a 9 to 5. B Simone recently on a podcast, and she spoke about how
they killing B Simone right now.
Yeah, the money.
Let's just be honest, though.
Yeah, the money ain't here how it used to.
Let's just be honest, though. If your money is tied up in investments, are you really that broke? Compared to regular people, you ain't broke, my nigga. Your money is tied up in other places, though.
You just don't have a lot of liquid.
You don't have a lot of liquid cash on you.
She said, she said she don't got the cash to, go to the store, buy what she usually buy, the lifestyle she's been living.
All right, but you're not broke though. Like people on IG is really like, she not broke.
I guess that's why her friend was living in her car and getting evicted and shit, right? Because she don't have the liquid money. Y'all saw that too, right? Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
A part that's going viral is her friend was one of her friends, supposed to be like her close friend. Was talking about it's hard to. So B Simone is not a friend. Like, she's not, and a lot of wealthy people like that. They don't really give their money to friends and family. Like, it has, like, just because they got it don't mean you got it type of thing. And so the friend was talking about how it's hard to have a successful friend that you can't go to in a time of need. She's like, because I'm the type of friend, when I don't have, I'm somebody you can count on. So she was talking about, like, she was talking to B Simone. She was like, did you know, like, a year or two ago that I was, like, on the verge of getting evicted and I was living in my car and all this and stuff, like, but I couldn't ask you for it because you got your own thing going on. Like, she was trying to make excuses for her, but social media was like, that's your best friend and she living in her car and you B Simone and you got this, bitch, you fucked up, you a bad friend. And then on top of her talking about her financial issues now, they're like, yeah, that's why God doing that to your dumb ass, because you're not even a good friend. And it was just like, they've been cutting B Simone ass up this week on social media. Basically saying she's not a good person. Because she talked about like she don't want a man who works a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He gotta be a hustler.
They splice that out. They definitely splice those two. Those two.
Yeah. So like they putting all her hot takes together and shit right now. Like,
I want to know, did the thing about the friend thing? I mean, like, did B Simone see her friend being fucked? Like, she said her friend was fucked up. Did B Simone see that?
Yeah,
see that. I want to know, did B Simone see that aspect?
Yeah, because I don't think it's clear that
it's not.
I don't think B Simone knew her friend was fucked up.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, your friends, like, there's at times where you kind of don't want to ask your friend for money.
Right.
You want
to figure it out yourself.
Yeah, figure it out. Like, I know you got it. Yeah. I know you got it, but I just don't want to feel like.
But what she was saying is, but see, the thing is, that's pride, right? As people, like, I'm like that too. Like, I'll go without before I ask people for stuff, right? Although I know if I came to one of y'all and be like, yo, I'm fucked up, I need this. If y'all got it, y'all get, at least I believe. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But I want to believe that y'all decent enough people that if I'm down and y'all got it, I'll have it.
Mm-hmm.
What she is saying is she was down. B Simone has it. But B Simone the type of friend that even if she came to her with her issues, B
Simone would say no off the rip.
Exactly. B Simone would tell her from the jump, don't come to me with your shit. Like, you deal with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, then I say
and so that's why everybody is like cutting her ass, because what she is saying, like, I have a friend who has done well for herself, and I'm happy to have this friend. But there was times where I was really down and I needed my friend, but I knew if I reached out to my friend that my friend wasn't gonna be there for me.
If that's the case, then I can see people saying you fucked up.
And that's why everybody was chopping up. Because, pride fucks us up too. Like, as we prideful, a lot of times we won't ask somebody and then your friend might find out, but like, damn, nigga, why you ain't ask me? Like, I got you. Like, but that's not what she was saying. Like, and B Simone then retort that with like, damn, I wish you would have asked me because I would have gave you. All B Simone was saying is, God, Jesus. Like, and so she didn't reassure her, like, you should have came to me because I would have gave to you. B Simone never said that. So with that, it's like everybody like, damn, this bitch ain't even tell her friend, why did she come to me? Like, so it gives truth to what the girl is saying, because B Simone never shut that down. Like, why didn't you come to me? You my girl, I would have gave that to you. She never did that in the conversation. So B Simone was like, oh God. B Simone was more sympathetic or empathetic that she went through that versus her being a friend and trying to help her go through that. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
That's what the issue with B Simone. But again, let's get back into things. A man with a 9-to-5, is that an ick? Like, damn, when having a stable job become an ick out here? When having a stable job become a red flag? Oh, nigga, you work? Oh, you work for somebody? They paying you?
Nigga, you work for somebody. You work for Nick Cannon.
Exactly. Everybody works for somebody.
She wants somebody on her status. Let's just say status level. Let's not say a 9-to-5. Let's just say
it's
but
it's not also status, because she talked about, like, she don't want nobody that's like kind of tied down, where it's like, if you own your own boss, you make your schedule, you go as you please, you do as you want, because a doctor could be making more money than that bitch, but a doctor has a job. A doctor punch a clock. You get what I'm saying? Like, a doctor can't just up and go on a vacation, like, because they want to. That doctor has an employer. And so, although the salary may be extremely high, the doctor still has an employer, and it has to punch the clock just like everybody else. She wants somebody who making money but have a level of freedom. Whereas,
I mean, you can't necessarily. That's kind of like a preference. I want to say I do not like. It's not like a bad. It's not like you just got to find those people where like they have those type
niggas
of
got a lot of time. Drug dealers, bitch, go get you. I know a bunch of niggas that you can go. They got plenty of time on their hand.
Drug dealers, honestly, they working for somebody. They working for the Connect. They gotta make their money too.
But they make their own schedule. They make their own schedule. They can come and go as they please. Like they just got to pay back to connect. But they make their own schedule. It's a lot more freedom. They can go to Miami with you for a couple of days when they are impromptu.
Hey, look, they can go Miami and sell out there too. Work out
and then they could work everywhere.
Yeah, be on vacation and work at the same time.
Exactly.
She did say a hustler, so
she did. She said a hustler.
She said a hustler. Right?
She said a hustler, entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
But even entrepreneurs, nigga, if I own a business, I still gotta maintain my business. Like, bitch, that don't because I own a business don't mean I got this level of freedom. Like,
well,
so guys, just know having a good job, working at punch the clock is an ick. It's a red flag. You're gonna get your balloon popped if you got a good job that pays you not on a 9. You work a 9 to 5. Just know PTO does not work for these HOEs nowadays. You gotta be your hustler. PTO don't work
for these HOEs.
I just say that is crazy.
That's a good one. PTO don't work for these HOEs.
It's tough out here, man. It's tough out here.
That was a good one. I have to laugh at that shit.
Thank you, Drew. I try.
Oh my god.
Well, let's keep back to music. Cardi B album September 19th. It's coming out.
Now this is what I want. Now this is what I want to say. Just because she got WAP and how many songs is this? 23. All right, 21 songs we still haven't heard. Like, come on. We just mad over Up and WAP being on the track list.
I'm surprised not more of the other singles didn't get put on there. Like she put out like 4 or 5 singles in between this album and the first one.
Probably more. Probably like 6. Probably like 6.
Like, she gotta put them all on the album at this point. Not it's wasted records.
She had Money. She had the song with. She had 2 songs with Bruno Mars. She had WAP, Bongos. She Up. Yeah, she had a whole lot of records between. All right, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
I'm saying she should just put all them shits on the album at this point.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
I think all them records are gonna be on the album.
Nah, I don't think all the records is gonna be.
I just think she.
Probably 3.
The way they marketed it
is
because WAP was platinum record, Up was big, and the other whatever it was another record that they announced will be on the album.
I think the song. Let's say the first song she had with Bruno Mars. Probably the first song she had with Bruno Mars, which was a really like the pop record that went away. But songs like Money, the second Bruno Mars record where she sampled like. Last time that I checked, that song was ass. So that ain't gonna really make it. Money is just it was a street single. Money is a street single. That's probably not gonna make the album. And then I'll probably gonna be 3 songs from but it's 20 records you haven't heard before. I see when I say 20 records, Dev is just his brain. He ain't gonna listen to 20 records from Cardi B. I just see it. I know this nigga already.
I can't do it, bro.
According to this, it is 20 records we ain't hear before.
Yeah, 20 records we ain't able, but I know that don't like nothing beyond 11 records.
Yeah, WAP, Up, and Outside are on the album.
Why though?
Outside is something new. So outside
is fairly new.
Outside is fairly
new. Outside will then be the lead single because those are the old singles.
So this is right, exactly. So it's a number game. That's all it is. These are platinum records. Album drops is already platinum.
Yeah, but it's 20 records we haven't heard before. 20.
I swear to you, Cardi, You announcing this shit dropping in September.
September.
So now
it's a rollout. It's rollout time.
So rollout this next couple of months, this summer got to be crazy.
I bet it is. Yeah, this summer, be crazy.
This summer got to be crazy because
she's gonna have New York going crazy.
She gotta have some. This would have been a perfect time. She was supposed to be headlining Summer Jam with this shit.
True.
When did Summer Jam pass already? Or
That's passed, nigga, last Friday.
Summer Jam was last Friday?
Yeah, Summer Jam was this past Friday.
That's this past Friday. You didn't know, right? Because they
did not know. God,
they did a horrible job in marketing that. That's another conversation.
I know Summer Jam was last Friday.
Summer Jam was just Friday, bro. Last Friday.
When do we have Summer Jam on a fucking Friday? It ain't always on Sunday.
So
I did not know Summer Jam was. Wow.
Summer Jam was supposed to be, should have been, the kickoff to the Cardi summer.
You know, Hot 97 don't have no money for Cardi.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for the sake of Cardi's, I'm talking rollout. I'm just speaking rollout. Because you are the queen of New York.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to be, this should have been. I'm just speaking on, I'm not talking about the money and the semantics. I'm just saying for the sake of her rollout, for this album to be dropping in September. Whereas she should have had Summer Jam was July or June. She should have had a big record drop in March or April. Maybe 2 songs by now. 2 songs by now to go into the summer.
Why does that? Well, her record just released last week.
So yeah, at this point, she should have did like a 2025 Up remix and WAP remix. She's gonna put those records. If she wants to continue to milk.
I mean, the WAP remix put Glorilla on there. You add to that.
No, you put that
sound too.
You put Glorilla, you put Sexy Red on there.
And we're saying Sexy Red, get Glorilla, Sexy Red out of there. Oh.
No, John is saying like you take the hot girls and put them on the track.
Obviously, Glorilla.
Get Glorilla on there.
Those like two. Talking about female rap. Those are like other like the new female rappers.
Glow is the one right now. Glow is cooking.
Lotto. If you want to put Lotto.
What I'm saying is
Lotto was out a little longer than both of them. That's why I didn't. I would have said Lotto, but Lotto was out.
But this been a big year for Glow. Like Glow since 24, but Glow been cooking. But what I'm saying is, for this album to drop in September.
Yeah. I mean, you got months to be cooking. It's still July and August. Cook that shit up.
The way I think the rollout should have been March, April. Between now and March and April, she should have had at least 2 big records out. Smashes for the summer. Summer Jam. Cardi's back. Big stage, headline tour. Summer Jam, New York, Queen of New York. Now summer just kicked off. Now she's touring. Now we're doing these festivals and shows and shit like that. By the time September hits, then it's the biggest thing since sliced bread. I think she's missed out on opportunities. And if these next couple of new singles don't hit, it can really fuck up, I would say, Cardi's legacy. I mean, although she only had 1 album, but it feels like she's a senior artist. Cardi is like somewhat of a singer, but she really not.
You said singer?
Like I'm saying, like a senior artist in the game because she's done a lot, but she's senior artist. She's only got 1 studio album, but I think we respect her what she's done.
She's a vet.
We still give her that vet title. You get what I'm saying? We still give her one of those. She's one of those ones title. I just feel like when it dropped in September and then her with the release of it or the announcement they talking about the old records. It's like, oh, so y'all just trying to capitalize off all of y'all finally trying to package those old records to move this new album.
I mean, the streaming rule is different because some of the I did hear news that the rule like that it doesn't really it's not like the same how it used to like the diamond records don't count as
they don't count the same.
They don't count the same as much.
Right.
So by that it's not going to be the same as that really driving the sales of your records like that.
Yeah, but I think the way they market it, because again they talking about the album but they also talking about these old records at the same time. New album by Cardi featuring old records. Wop bop 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 bop. Like we got a new album featuring the best of her old shit. That's the marketing. Like check out the new album featuring these old ass records.
I mean, that's something. I mean, it's one part of the record.
Because
I don't think they're rolling it out with that.
No, but that's what it's been. That's what's been the social media rollout is new album featuring wah ba 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 ba. That's what I'm saying. So if she would have dropped the new album, announced a new album, and then when that shit came out and those records on there, then it's like, okay, shit. They got to get placed somewhere. You get what I'm saying? I just think the marketing of it, of announcing a new album featuring these old records, is not the best way to go about it.
I mean, I get it. You didn't want the announcement of
right. Announce the new album.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then when the album drops, then you find out.
Announce the new album. Allow the new records to drive the album, and then when the shit drop, you got them extra songs at the end of the album and shit. It's like, okay, duh, because where else they were gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Outside,
because niggas do that all the time. Like you see a lot of niggas used to be doing that. They have one big single and their album drop late, and then they have a new album, but then that song be at the end of the album and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like. That's the streaming game. Niggas do it all the time. I just don't like Cardi new album is coming September, featuring old records. Don't do that.
Well, it's one thing. It's one thing.
Cardi, you better come, man.
Cardi gonna come with it. Cardi gonna have New York jumping.
You better have a picture of Offset in that fucking studio. And I better get
what that gonna do?
Yeah, she better give me some of that shit that she was doing on that first album. She was
outside. That's basically an Offset diss.
Yeah, she got outside, but she had that shit. Be careful with me, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like let that, and she had that other shit with Kehlani. Like she had a few records of bitch being played with and a nigga thinking it's sweet. Like.
Yeah, that's basically outside. That's outside.
I'm saying she gotta come. She gotta use that nigga and his bullshit to have her in the studio cooking. I need her cooking because if she ain't, I'm gonna have Offset drop a diss track. It's coming next.
From music to movies, new casting alert. 50 has been casted in the new Street Fighter movie. My man,
Street Fighter is gonna be hot, dog.
The casting. Shout out.
I'll tell you, Street Fighter is gonna be hot. Street Fighter is gonna be lit.
This shit gonna be so bad and over the top.
Man, you a hater. You a hater, son.
Drew.
Street Fighter is gonna be tough.
Bro, you call me a hater, but John.
Yo,
tell this nigga. So, if you don't know, Drew. The guy that's playing Ryu is the guy of show Warriors that I put these niggas on.
And
he's really one of those ones.
Okay. So what's wrong with playing Ryu?
Nothing. I think it's a great casting.
All right.
The supporting cast, everybody around him, they're gonna have fucking Jennifer Lopez as Chung Li. At the rate we fucking going.
Jennifer Lopez, Chung-Li, that is a bad casting.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I
know.
Come on, there's a lot of Asians. There's a lot of Asian actors.
I know,
Chung-Li.
Drew. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of other people they could have got for these fucking roles in this movie, and they're doing a horrible job picking. They're gonna get Leon, they're gonna get Messi to play Vega. Some shit. Like, bro, they just doing random shit, just star power. They just trying to get stars. Like, make a good movie, make a good cohesive movie. I don't care about the stars. I just want to see a really good put together movie.
Well, Jennifer Lopez is a good actor. She
bitch can't act.
She's just not.
No, I'm
bullshit.
I'm bullshit about the J-Lo Chung-Li. I'm bullshit. I'm completely bullshit. What I'm saying is that it seems as though they're just getting people with star power to try to drive people to see the movie versus putting together just a really good cast that can act and actually fight. Fucking it. So if you didn't know, 50 Cent is playing Balrog, who's the boxer of that movie.
Yeah, I can get that.
Okay. Look, man, I don't want to say nothing bad about 50. I don't want to say nothing bad about 50, but get the fuck out of here, man. They could have got somebody else that's not known, or get somebody like the nigga that beat up the white girl that was in Creed. What's his name? Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
You know what? Go get Jonathan Majors to play Balrog. Like,
what's wrong with 50 Cent play Balrog?
50, first off, can't act. 50, first off, isn't a fucking boxer or a trained fighter. He just big and he 50 Cent.
A lot of people train for these roles, bro. You can train to become a boxer.
50 did do Golden Gloves, like he did amateur boxing.
50 just used to beat niggas' ass in Queens. So now,
man, if you got Golden Gloves, you know some boxing, bro. If you got some Golden Gloves.
I brought a pair of Golden Gloves off Amazon. I'm still waiting on my order to come. I say that to say this cast is ass. They got big ass Jack Reacher as Guile. Bad casting. They got that little pretty nigga as Ken, although Ken a pretty nigga, but get an American white who can fight. They got fucking Roman Reigns as Akuma, who's a fucking Asian. Polynesian.
So Roman Reigns Polynesian. Roman Reigns is half Hawaiian.
Huh?
Roman Reigns half Hawaiian, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ain't from the same islands, nigga. That's what I'm saying. They ain't from. It's different islands. Then you got fucking I ain't mad at. I'm not mad at the fucking Blanca pick with fucking the other Jason Momoa. I can see him being that character, and he's gonna be digitalized and a monster and all that cosmetic shit. So I can see that can work. He big as hell. He a wild nigga anyway. I can see that working. But these other casting, other than Ryu, no thank you. No thank you. This is sign language. No thank you. This is no thank you. It's sign. No thank you. No thank you. This shit is trash. No thank you.
Heat rock, man.
And so let's do the rest of the cast. Who y'all see out there could be Chung-Li? Who y'all see out there to be Chung-Li?
Who's the most popular actress right now?
Who's popular right now? They go.
They're gonna put Sydney Sweeney as Chung-Li.
Word. No, she gonna be Cammy. They gonna have Sydney Sweeney as Cammy. They gonna get what's the little girl from Wednesday?
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega's gonna be Chung-Li. And she a whole Mexican and shit. Or they probably get Becky G to be Chung-Li. Who gonna be Vega? Who's out there that could be Vega? right now? Who y'all see as Bison or Sagat? They gonna get Jason Statham to be Sagat.
They definitely. I would definitely pick an action nigga like Jason Statham.
They probably get fucking The Rock to be Bison.
They got who they got.
Oh hell no! Who they got, John?
Nah, it's like when you go to the cast, they got pictures of actors and actresses. It doesn't. So I'm assuming. Well, I'm not gonna say that. But
go ahead and say something racist.
I'm assuming the chick they got up top is gonna be playing Chun-Li.
Go ahead and say something racist.
But the chick they got, I'm assuming she's playing Chun-Li.
So what's her name?
Ryu. Got it right here. This one's not official. This shit got John Cena in there. And you know it's funny. This shit you said who said? It said Jason. This one got Jason Statham as a guy.
They make this shit up, bro.
This shit got Tyson Fury. Oh, that's another chick they got. This is straight
fan made shit.
Yeah, because
let's see where the movie comes out, man. I bet the movie is still gonna be.
The shit says Jackie Chan as Akuma. This shit.
Jackie Chan is 4'11", 30,000 years old, and weigh 145 pounds.
And they got homie from Sons of Anarchy as Ken. And they got homie from the Ray Redemption who also was in Warrior.
Right. Yeah.
The sister was fucking with.
Yeah, but that's Sub-Zero.
Yeah, but they got him. In this one they got him as Ryu.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at the Raid fucking cast, even if you go to the Snake Ass cast, the G.I. Joe cast, the nigga from there, like the nigga who plays Ong Bak, like there's so many Asian actors out there that can do these roles that will give you a quality movie. Y'all ain't got to get all these Americans and shit to try to just put people in the seat. Make a good fucking movie so we can have another movie. Because y'all do that and then the movie be bad and y'all make it in the box office, but then we never see another one because the movie is low key trash.
Well, let's just say casting is one part, but it also got to be the storyline. Also got to go with it.
Yes, that's very true, Drew. But this cast so far,
the cast can still be good if the storyline is good.
Well, it's one of those we gotta see to find out.
We gotta wait to see.
Of course, our stupid ass gonna go and see this movie and be upset with how bad it is.
Say you might be surprised. It might be late.
No,
might be late.
I'm already upset. Mortal Kombat fucking got old ass nigga from the shit from Amazon, The Boys as Johnny Cage, because again, that's another attempt to capitalize on somebody that's popular right now instead of getting somebody who fucking can actually do the role. These movies fucking it up, man.
I mean, The Boys is a popular. Boys is not that popular of a show. Like,
nigga, Boys is not that popular of a show.
Let's just say The Boys is not like which is like a bigger show.
Up today, The Boys is one of the most popular shows out today.
And what are we comparing The Boys to?
No, so I'm saying try to capitalize on the celebrity, whereas
you're saying what's that show that y'all love to watch?
Are you saying the guy who plays Homelander should be in the Mortal Kombat movie?
Might as well. If they're gonna keep doing the dumb shit that they currently doing, put him as fucking Vega, somebody in Johnny Cage or some shit, because they just capitalize on popular people. That's all I'm saying. Stop doing that. Just get good actors.
Yeah, but some popular people aren't good actors, though.
Not who they picking.
I'm not gonna lie. these type of movies don't really need good actors.
You right, John, and that's what's bad about it. Because I expect too much from these movies.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my problem.
It just gotta be
I'm sorry.
entertaining enough, and they gotta make you believe.
Sorry for one. Some quality.
Not every
You're a
movie is
devil
gonna
on
have up
training
and
day
coming
type acting
actors.
in this fucking movie. Like, you ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna get King Kong. Ain't got shit.
Not every movie is gonna have up and coming acters.
No, I'm saying
there's actors gonna go be known.
But when you have a lot of actors who done a lot, they become those roles. And so when you're trying to create something new, or even you trying to revamp something old, you got to give it a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, but some of the pieces they picked were decent. Some of the pieces they picked.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat. I love the Mortal. I'm just saying now.
No, I'm talking about Street Fighter. Ryu is the
Ryu is the only good choice.
Now, Jason Momoa is a good choice too.
Oh yeah, and true, Jason. You're right.
He could play. Yeah. He could play those.
Yeah, and that's what I said. He's gonna be all cosmetic up anyway, so I can see Jason Momoa. I'm not mad at that. I just said that. Everybody else though, the big nigga Jack Reacher as Guile, he too fucking big.
Yeah, you gonna have to watch this movie.
He's good at Jack Reacher, and I liked him in Do you watch the Teen Titans TV show, the live action Teen Titans show?
No,
he was in that shit too.
I didn't watch the Teen Titans.
It's solid, but
he got to know karate. He don't know karate. He just big.
You gotta make it look believable. And with certain actors, you alter the style to make it work. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, why'd you watch this movie? Watch this be a good movie. And you have to take it back.
We'll see when it comes out.
And we'll cover all the good, bad, and binge worthy.
Yeah, watch this be a good movie. Then you gonna take your son to go see. I know you are. and then you go leave out at that movie theater. It was like,
I'm gonna leave out mad like I laughed for Karate Kid. John saw another casting that is making him laugh.
No. I'm just laughing because like we're gonna watch the movie regardless of the fact.
Yes, we are, unfortunately. And I hate it because I know myself I'm gonna go watch it anyway. Wishfully thinking I'm gonna get something that I want to watch again, and then I'm walk out of that bitch mad. I spent my $6 on a Tuesday to see the fucking movie.
It's gonna be the best $6 on Tuesday you gonna get. I swear.
We'll see.
We will see. Now let's get into our closing segment. It's influenced by something we covered early on the pod, the ASO The List. Usually we do our top 20s. Dev wanted to cut it to the 10.
Yes.
So me and Dev will give our top 10 R&B acts.
Mm-hmm.
And
so before we get into it, the way my list is set up is vocal ability.
What's your criteria?
Longevity.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to say this. Catalog and their influence on the culture.
So you basically like samples and stuff.
What you mean samples?
Like sampling.
No, I'm just saying their effect on the culture, whereas what they meant to R&B and the musical culture surrounding R&B.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
All right. So I'll start off at number 10. We'll go down our list, John.
You're going straight down like 10, 10, 9, 9.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So at number 10, I have Christopher Maurice Brown.
Damn, you gave the man the whole government.
I think it's unfair for Chris to not be in the top 10 because Chris is the closest full all-around entertainer that we had, male entertainer, not including Michael Jackson, not including Usher, But since Michael Jackson, Chris Brown has been the closest thing we've had to that when it comes to doing R&B, doing different genres, going pop, dancing, performing, still performs top level, top tier. This Breezy Bowl shit is going on. Fucking people is sold out everywhere. Him dancing on bitches, kissing bitches online, gyrating, all this stuff. Christopher Maurice Brown is the closest thing our generation has had when it comes to like the levels of iconism, when it comes to like that. Michael Jackson is.
Yeah, he's on my list, but he's a little bit higher than what
Christopher Maurice Brown is number 10 on my list.
Okay. But shit.
At my number 10, I went with my number 10, I put Janet at my number 10.
I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not mad
at that. I'm gonna say Janet didn't make my top 10.
I'm also, preface my list. I agree with some of the stuff you did. I'm kind of also pay respects to, like, some of the legends that came before my time. Obviously, you can listen to music. I feel like certain music, it's different moments of listening to music. Because sometimes when you lived while you listen to the music, it's a different experience than
definitely
when you listen to it. Like, yo, this is something that was before your time.
Right.
You listen to it, it's the experience. Not
exactly.
saying it's not dope when you listen to it. It's just it
resonates different.
I leaned more towards music. I listened to. I was living to
that you was able to experience.
This is not gonna be your daddy's and mommy's list.
Right. Well, I do pay homage to the OGs because there is a lot of music that has motivated me as an artist. A lot of shit out of my dad records I grew up listening to, although they wasn't from my time. There's a lot of records that was always played in my home, and a lot of artists that was always played in my home. So that does play a factor into my list. All right. So at number 9, I have the queen of R&B, and that's Mary J. Blige. I think nobody, when it comes to R&B, I feel like Mary J. Blige is the face of female R&B. There might be artists that's better singers, that might be more talented than Mary J. Blige, but when it comes to the emotion of R&B, I feel like all the depressed women that's been in all different type of situations, I think Mary got music for all of those emotions. Mary's been up, down, and around the corner. So we can't have an R&B list without Mary J. Blige being in that top 10. She is the queen, literally the queen of R&B. Mary J. Blige.
I'm not mad at it.
It's crazy. Sometimes me and Dev got the same picks at the same spots. I also got Mary J. at my number 9.
Smart man, John. Smart man, John.
Me and Dev's list is probably gonna be different after that, but
I think there might be a few more that we have, but it might not be in the same spot. But I definitely know there's a few that we'll have. Okay, so at number 8, I spoke about Christopher Maurice Brown. Prior to him, though, we had Usher Raymond, and so at number 8 on my list, I have Usher Raymond. For everything I said about Chris Brown, just multi-talented. I don't think Usher is I don't think Usher is a great vocalist. Like Mary J. Blige, I think Usher is a good vocalist, great entertainer. Whereas he can dance his ass off, he could deliver the music, but vocally, Usher can deliver the song, but vocally, I don't think he's the greatest. But when it comes to like the talent, dancing, entertaining, and then being able to just sell a record perform the record, Usher does that better than a lot of people. So for that, Usher is number 8 on my list.
What's up, John?
My number 8, I put this is a OG pick. This is an OG pick. I think he's very deserving of the top 10. So he has to be put. I had to find a spot for him. But at my number 8, Marvin Gaye is at my number 8.
Okay.
Hey.
Marvin Gaye does not.
Jesus gonna love John's list already.
Marvin Gaye does not make my top 10. Just so y'all know.
The aunties is gonna love Johnny's list.
Otis Redding don't make my list.
I don't know. It's still early. Then I might
Al Green.
You're doing my missing name, and that's all it takes for my list to go.
Al Green, Isaac Hayes, all those ashy voice niggas don't make my list. I'm sorry. Them niggas' voices is very ashy. They smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Stop hating on the raspy voice. The raspy voice.
Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, all you ashy voice niggas don't make my list. Not make my top 10.
Raspy voice.
Not make my top 10. Y'all on the list, but not the top 10.
Stop hating on the raspy voice niggas. Come on.
Ashy voice ass niggas. All right. At number 7. We talked about him earlier. I was a little messed up about where he should be placed on this list because of the style of music he did. Definitely started off R&B, but definitely elevated to much more than that. One of the greatest to ever do it. I have Prince next on my list at number 7.
That's too low.
Prince number 7 on my list.
Too low.
You got Prince at number 7. At my number 7, I have Mariah Carey at my number 7.
Too low.
It's a few names, man. It's a few names.
All right, so we getting good now. We getting good now. I'm not mad at Mariah. She's on my list. She's definitely higher on the list. But at number 6, Mary J is the queen of R&B. Cannot have her not on this list. We got the queen. We got to have the king. So at number 6, Robert Kelly is number 6.
That's low.
I don't think so.
You know what, John, I'll allow it.
I think that's a fair spot for Robert Kelly.
Dev's ducking the heat and the smoke. He's ducking the heat and smoke. He throwing him in the middle of the list. That way, it's like, all right.
He can hide him. I can hide him a bit. No, I think that's a fair spot. For our Robert Kelly.
This nigga just called him the king of R&B.
Yes.
That's his moniker. He's the king of R&B.
It really is. It's been that shit.
The king of R&B though.
That's been his name forever.
A decade plus.
Yeah, word.
I can't tell you when thing.
Nobody else been the king of R&B other than him. That's what I'm saying. Mary J has always been the queen of R&B. He's been the king of R&B.
I gotta look back.
At my number 6. We had 6, right?
Yeah.
Chris Brown is my number 6.
Okay.
It's Breezy. All right.
That's what's up. I ain't mad at that.
Breezy.
I'm interested in what John's list gonna look like because I got some people on here that I feel like definitely deserve to be there. But listening to John and who John didn't pick and who I know John's gonna put, I already know like 3 or 4 who's on John's list. So there's a few people that's like, okay, where's these people? But let me get into it. All right, at number 5, I have Mariah Carey at number 5 on my list.
I respect it.
Vocally, pop sensation, like just her run, and again, vocal ability. One of the best to ever do it. Number
That's
5.
definitely hands down. When it comes to females, if I do a females list, Mariah's my number 2.
Didn't we do this before?
For females,
Yeah, I think
might have,
we did. We did something like this before with the
Mariah,
women.
Yeah,
Because it was like the top
number 2.
top women in R&B.
Mm-hmm. We a list. We've covered a lot of lists over the time.
Yeah. We definitely always covered a fucked up list.
But we had number 5, right?
Yeah.
At number 5, one of my all-time favorite artists, and we share a birthday. My guy Prince, the fucking symbol. At number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that Purple Rain got the movie with the soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie, that's it right there. That's all he needs.
And the crazy thing is, I watched Purple Rain today. It's a horrible movie, but I love it. It's a horrible movie. It's amazing the things that we love that are so bad but so good. Yeah. That was great. I just watched fucking The Last Dragon. I was like, how I be loving these movies? Like,
it's the graphics. It's not they were bad.
It was a simpler time, bro. We were coming up.
Graphics. It's just everything is just a little.
I'm watching them with the glow. I'm crying, laughing watching this movie. I'm like,
it's not gonna look good, you know?
Bro. It's so bad.
Some movies were made at a time where it was able to age gracefully,
right?
While others were still good, but visually just didn't age as well.
Right, exactly. And that's what I think when during that time they pushed the envelope when it comes to like the visuals and the CGI and all that.
Yeah, once they started doing like the HD certain movies was looking funny. I remember when we first got HD certain movies, when you watch it, it's like, what the fuck is that? Shit was all like that. Yeah. Like the first, I feel like after a while they really like started to have to adjust the movies and shit.
Yeah,
but that's all it is. Some just visually aged thing, and some of them is like you said, when you listen to how like the dialogue and shit, it's just like the dialogue ain't aged well neither.
Yeah, definitely. But I just be looking at old shit like, yo, I used to love this movie, and a lot of movies I've learned I can't go back and watch them. I gotta just live off the nostalgia. I gotta just let it be because because my adult brain and eyes is fucking up classics for me. Like, I watched Goonies the other day. I was like, this movie is horrible, but I loved it growing up. So it's like a lot of my OG movies, I got to stop watching them. Just live off the nostalgia. But at number...
We were watching them as kids back in the day.
Different eyes. Different vantage. So at number 4, I think, one of the probably not somebody I go to. It's not an artist I really listen to. But I can't negate the fact or negate her presence in music all the time. And today, 20 years plus, she's still on top. So for me at number 4, Beyonce. Beyonce is number 4 on my R&B list. I just gotta. It's not my choice artist, but I can't not have her on a list like this and not acknowledge what she's been able to do.
My number 4.
That was your wife's choice. She put Beyonce on your
Beyonce's her favorite artist.
At number 4, I'm gonna go with one MJ.
Okay, Michael Jackson at number 4.
Number 4.
He will be higher, but he's not relatively known for the R&B. He's the king of pop. Also, he is the king of all kings when it comes to the artistry and music shit. He is number 1. We do just artists in general, top artist list. He is the undisputed number 1. There's no debate.
Right, exactly. And again, I'm glad you said that, John, because we are talking R&B, and this, I talked about Prince and how it's hard for me to have him on these lists because of the style of music he had. That's the same issue I have with this artist. Although this artist is one of my favorite and one of the greatest to ever do it. At number 3, the king of pop, is number 3 on my list. Ooh, I know how John is looking now. Ooh, John. I know how John looking now. Ooh.
Well, John, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is good old Usher.
John, your list falling together real good now, brother. Ooh, I see John's list as clear as day now.
Usher's number 3. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the catalog's there. He put out,
Hey, yo, low key, his last album is actually pretty good. The one he put out last year. He got a song on it called Ruin. Yo, I'll be playing that shit all the time.
The man right there, man.
Yeah, he dropped a pretty good album last year. I'm trying to just look at the name real quick, because it's an album that I listened to a lot last year. Coming Home, that was the name of the album. Coming Home. It's a really, really good album. Got Lotto on there, got Glow on there. Like it's just a really good project. Low key, but it's a good project. All right, that was number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, at number 2, somebody multi-talented, plays multiple instruments, vocally can sing. Got different types of songs, R&B songs, could do the pop, but nasty on the keys. At number 2 on my list, Stevie Wonder. Number 2 on my list.
Okay, kept Stevie.
Stevie Wonder is by far one of my favorite artists. I'm gonna put y'all up on the song. I'm gonna sit in a group. This is literally probably my top 10 favorite songs from Stevie Wonder. Song makes me cry. It's such a good song.
Okay.
I'm after we get done, I'm gonna sing y'all this song. Just have y'all listen to it. Man, it's such a fucking good song. Number 2, John.
At number 2, I went with The Voice. Whitney Houston at number 2.
I think I know that is number 1.
You see, do you know John's number 1? Do you see John? You don't see John number 1? It's clear as day.
I think I might. I think I have it.
You see John's number 1. So just since we got there, my number 1 is John's number 2. The Voice, Whitney Houston, is number 1 on my list. I think the greatest R&B act ever. R&B.
I think I know John's clear as day now.
Vocalist. Oh yeah, John is clear.
John is clear.
I've been knowing John shit since like 6, so I already knew where John was going. And we've had this conversation a bunch of times already. But Whitney is the voice when it comes to R&B, the best male R&B vocalist to ever do it to me. And so I cannot have her not as number 1. But John could. So John at number 1.
Put an asterisk if you want. And if you want, I'm going with the king of the shit. One, Robert Kelly.
King of R&B, number 1.
Hands down. Number 1.
Number 1. And John, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. First off, y'all know where R. Kelly from?
Yeah, we know Chicago with your bum asses.
Just to remind you where he's from.
Listen, he done some foul shit, but we just talking about R&B.
He's done some wild shit, but we just gonna talk about the music.
I mean, you can't hate.
One thing I take away from R. Kelly is vocal ability. I don't think R. Kelly
his ability to make music is wild.
His ability to make music is bar none one of the greatest. Vocally, R. Kelly isn't the greatest, but because he's able to write music so well, you get a pass for that. But if you just have R. Kelly sing. It's gonna be a lot of runs, a lot of and to tell you, a lot of artists do that to compensate for their ability to not hold a note. And so,
he can hold a note.
No, I'm saying I know he can hold some notes. I ain't saying he can't hold any notes, but vocal range. A lot of artists do the riff thing because they don't have vocal range. They can't go from E to G to F flat. No, that's what I'm talking about. In that aspect, vocally, he don't have that vocal range where he can.
I think he's strong vocally, but
he's good vocally. He's good vocally, and his writing is bar none. So I'm not mad at it because R. Kelly again is the king of R&B for a reason.
Trapped in the closet.
I hated that. I hated that moment.
John, that was trash.
No, the first few chapters is fire, and he just went.
The first 5 is fire. After the first 5 is done.
I'm not gonna lie.
That nigga went to like 46.
Here, the first 5, the first couple ones was fire, but the story was so like you just wanted to hear the story out.
That's what I'm saying.
So the original 20,
it was so bad. It was good because
the whole story arc is like, oh shit,
it kept going.
Yeah.
This was before Tyler Perry. This was R. Kelly was doing the Tyler Perry shit before.
It was a musical soap opera, basically.
Exactly. It was bad, but it kept going, and you couldn't turn away from it. But it was so bad that it made it good. But R. Kelly has wrote records for everybody, wrote hits. Literally, I had a graduation today. I forgot we can't play I Believe I Can Fly no more because of what, I just knew we was going to hear I Believe I Can Fly. The kids, they sung.
No, bro.
They sung fucking I'll Be There.
Especially
Jackson 5. Like, I'm like, I love that record, but I Believe I Can Fly is the motivation. Hero is the motivation.
Nigga,
the world greatest is the motivation songs for the graduation.
You forget the ages of what? Nah, it's kids, bro. You can't sing R. Kelly.
Yeah, but you gotta. Yeah,
kids can't sing R. Kelly no more. I'm sorry.
I know that, and that's what I'm saying.
I Can Fly is grounded. I believe
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I Believe I Can Fly is sitting in the turnpike somewhere. We can't.
Due to that man himself.
It's stuck on the runway. We can't.
Play that shit, man. Yeah. That's one of the songs where
Johnny style.
Separate the man from the song.
Yeah, that's one of the songs you could play where you don't got a question. What is he talking about in the lyric? Like, certain songs you listen to, like,
this is basically of the. This is basically of the ages that are singing this song, and due to the crime that he did to those ages of people.
I Can Believe I Can Fly. Shit, if you want to sing the world's greatest, you can sing that shit too. Yeah.
No.
Sing that shit.
I'm sorry, John. You can't. I'm sorry, John. You can't.
Those are records you really
can't. Step in the Name of Love is better than those records right now.
Why?
Yeah,
I'm saying they have more staying power than those records right now. Step in the Name of Love is.
But what John is saying is like because a record like Step in the Name of Love. So
people fight for Step in the Name of Love.
Because I'm just saying any love records can be perceived as nasty by R. Kelly. But those records like The World Greatest, I Believe I Can Fly, they're motivational records, and it's clear in regards to what's the intent of the records. Whereas the love music is like, because he's did some nasty shit, you can't talk about R. Kelly can't talk about love.
And The World's Greatest are two, uplifting, motivational
records, exactly,
from his catalog that you can.
The intent is clear. The intent is clear.
I'm sorry, you cannot listen to the guy like we used to listen to him.
You know what's funny? When we get off pod, I'm gonna bump both records before I go to bed.
That's a sick before you go to bed.
Look, those are good records to sleep on.
I know. You guys said I know. John is
I'd rather
in
listen.
the business of separating the guy from the music. That's what John is.
Seem Like You Ready is very questionable.
Exactly. I ain't going to bed listening to the Seem Like.
Oh no. Seem Like You Ready is definitely a questionable, depending on the crimes that you did.
Yeah, I said that.
No, it's definitely questionable.
Seem Like You Ready questionable.
It's definitely questionable. Seems Like You Ready was definitely sung to a mind before you sang that song in the booth.
Feeling on Your Booty, Greatest Sex, all those songs.
Bump and Grind.
All those songs you can't really.
You wonder what's the inspiration behind the music with those records.
Right.
Great records, but you just it's questionable what's the inspiration behind
what motivated these records.
Seems Like You Ready is definitely,
especially Seem Like You Ready. Seem Like You Ready is crazy.
Yeah,
you were singing this for a minute when you came up with that song.
Ready, in hindsight, you look at it
yeah, with everything that you've been charged with, Seem Like You Ready might be the nastiest of songs in his collection. The nastiest, because it's like, damn, bro, with what you've been accused of and charged for, Seem Like You Ready is. It's very telling. It's very telling.
Y'all forgot he wrote AJ Nothing for Number by Aaliyah.
Right.
AJ Number.
Right. Exactly. Right.
He wrote that. That's R. Kelly's pen right there.
Exactly. Very telling.
That's R. Kelly's pen.
Exactly. Those records is, bruh.
Yeah.
But I ain't mad at it, John. Look, they can't put the asterisk, they can talk their shit. I ain't mad at your list. R. Kelly is definitely on my list, but I just go vocally, and Whitney is number 1. But y'all drop y'all top 10. Do y'all agree with Billboard? Do y'all agree with us? Are we crazy for having Robert Kelly? Let us know in the comments.
Devin List is better for me. I go with Devin List.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that.
Devin List is more safer.
Man, I don't like that you put safe on my list, though.
Your Drew says Dev's list is better than mine while he's caressing his bed frame like my precious Dev's list.
Hello, John. What the fuck?
You say like I'm ready?
Yo.
With that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, co-host Dev. Y'all know him as Dev in the back. Special guest host, my man Drew, return.
What's up?
Mr. Good, Bad, and the Binge Worthy. And we are out.
We're out.